Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Kicking off another week in wrestling with WWE RAW tonight. So much to talk about, so much to get into. Make sure you hit all the buttons and we're going to have fun. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you Raw tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. The go-home show for Backlash, plus the weekend brought us all types of news. And me and that pretty face have you locked in for the next couple hours or so, folks. Get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. I see it blowing up already. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You had a fun weekend. You're ready for another week in wrestling, and we'll be here for every minute of it, folks. So again, like, share, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. And if you don't know who we are, well, I'm Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Oh, Wrestling for Life universe! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your tag stream champions and feel the power. I had to get that off for no reason in particular or anything. I've just had to, get that one off. But yeah, it's been a crazy. We take 2 weekends off, my guy, and the whole wrestling world melts down. Those 2 weekends were away.
Yeah, it's been some crazy times, especially with the releases coming out of WrestleMania, post-Mania cuts and layoffs and contract renegotiations and all of the such. And again, not a shortage of things for people to talk about, debate, get into, be mad about. So a lot going on with this one. You've already kind of hit the bell on the head. We'll say hello to the people very quickly in a moment because I feel like Nick and I are going to ramble a lot here tonight. We've missed each other over a couple days. So I see people saying hello already. We will do roll call as we always do. Get in the chat and get in there. But yeah, so long, farewell. The New Day is no longer so new.
It feels like the end of an era. And I know we talked about this briefly before we went live. I get and I understand that no one currently was really clamoring for the New Day. The New Day segments were during the Netflix commercials that only you got now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still Kofi Kingston. It's still Xavier Wood. It's still the New Day. It feels that was something special like that. I thought they were going to be WWE lifers.
You really did. I mean, you just assume kind of like, you see them kind of working in their transitional, kind of gatekeeper role for tag teams or, Kofi branches off a little bit. But again, we talked a lot for a long time of what were the New Day doing? What were they up to? WWE has been very disappointing. We saw MCMG get released recently. The tag team division means nothing to this current creative. Not very much. The women's tag team means a whole ton, apparently. But you're right. I mean, we didn't expect the New Day to go. And I mean, I can understand why they're going to go.
Oh, 100% of well, we can get into that's a whole other topic into itself of why they're leaving. But we've all kind of been there. If you've been there from a certain point, you remember when Kofi Kingston still had a Jamaican accent. Like I told you before live of the first show that me and the missus watched together was WrestleMania 34. Kofi Mania got me kind of really caught back up as being back as a diehard fan of to see all of that go away over something that seems really out of pocket and out of place, pun intended.
Okay.
Makes it really interesting. And like you said, though, too, of tag team wrestling, we've said it for a while now, has been dead for years. Everybody's just noticing the body's getting bloated now.
Yeah.
That's really where it's at. I mean, you had 4 teams cut from WWE. So their men's tag team division screwed. Just put the titles together. I wouldn't say there's much in AEW that I'm super excited about.
Not at all. But I will talk about that. We'll circle over to that idea in a second because everyone's speculating where New Day is going to pop up. But I mean understand, guys. Like, I mean, we've been watching the New Day for 12 years or 14 years, I think it might be. It's been a long time coming. And again, maybe it's kind of the same boat Sheamus is in right now. Like if you got word that Sheamus was no longer with the WWE, I don't, yeah, the same rage baiters out there are going to go, this is not fair. But Sheamus is in that same boat. Like, we like you. We loved you once upon a time. You're kind of at that end. And, when you come in and you renegotiate, which, I'm getting a real big headache from that guy, our buddy the new guy out there, Coach, doing everything he can just to bait everybody into every possible, anti WWE sentiment. Is crazy to watch him work. But the idea that like sports teams never renegotiate, or the fact that you don't have these type of contract situations, I think it's very similar to like Edge of, here we're willing to pay you this much money for this many dates, but this is all we're going to give you. We're kind of moving you to the back burner. And they feel like, no, that's not quite enough. We got more to offer. And I know somebody's going to pay us triple this. Well, let's go get it.
Well, no, on that aspect, fully, that is understandable. It's like you were making the sports comparable. It is very much you're betting on yourself. And I fully think, I know we got to say hi to the people because we're going to already be long-winded. But
right.
There was a way that you could have very easily quickly turned this whole group around, I think. And like does this fall a bit on the creative of, well, you kind of booked me into this spot?
A little bit. And I mean, the one thing we will talk about, and maybe that's the first thing we'll talk about after we do roll call, but the accountability to the creative team and the accountability to, the person who's signing the talent, bringing them in, and then escorting them out the door. I've been very critical of other people signing people just for the sake of signing. I signed them so you can't have them. And some of these signings feel that way. Like, oh, you had plans for this guy, we'll lock him in. But that being said, Nick, we'll jump into saying Spaz, Jose, and Ronan were the top three from Friday. A crazy night on SmackDown. So shout out to you guys. Get in the chat. The more you chat, the more points you get. You get on top of the board. Super chat, super stickers get you the bonus. So make sure you get in for that, as we see a bunch of names popping up already. And Zach letting us know it's National Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
Had to remind me of that. I didn't even think about it till this, with Zach saying it's National Star Wars Day, and now we got Cinco de Mayo tomorrow.
Taco Tuesday is definitely happening tomorrow.
Whoa, no.
It's happening. It's the thing. I'm celebrating. Jason back with Soundgarden release Black Hole Sun. Love that jam. One of my favorite albums, and one of my favorite bands ever. It will be ever a kind of bummer moment for me that I never got to see Chris Cornell live.
Is that WWE though, kind of right now, just a Black Hole Sun?
It might be
sucking and blowing at the same time.
It depends who you ask. It depends who you ask, and I do think they're playing a very dangerous game a little bit right now. They're flexing, and eventually that's going to kind of wear thin on people, and I think it's about to.
I think we're to a point to where the wrestling bubble is going to burst here.
It could, and I'm very curious how they handle what's coming up here. So, Wrestling for Life buddies, Eric, welcome back. Sol Ruka, she will be on Raw tonight. Happy birthday to both Jackie and Catherine of the famous Jackson family. Shout out to them. And Sol Ruka will be on the show tonight. Oba Open Challenge. A few things, not a lot announced. Seth's going to be here.
And contract signing Roman, Jacob,
that shall be interesting. We'll see who eats the table, if anybody. Kevin's back at it again. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. C Money, good to see you. Sean Reed, welcome back. Garrett, how are you? Let's go. Safit, rest in peace to legendary Yankees announcer John Sterling. T's and P's. More to you.
Oh yeah, well, 100%. I didn't believe it initially when I first saw it, but yeah, that's a kick in the childhood. You stack that with the New Day leaving,
right?
That's really a true end of an era, because I still remember, the Yankees win. Yankees win.
Right. Even as a Canadian, I know those calls. So is again T's and P's for
it's
sure.
Like JR passing or something. As a Yankees fan, it's kind of like if JR passed. I'd knock on wood. Everyone knock on wood. There we go.
May the 4th be with you. Shout out Safik, Clay Lewis. Welcome back. Let's go. Christian Power. What's up, everyone? Yeah, it is the go home show for Backlash, by the way, with all the news going on. Backlash kind of on the back burner.
Yeah, well, then we even got the news with Backlash of John Cena, major announcement, historic announcement. We haven't even, you mentioned Roman Reigns. We've got all the Roman Reigns news.
Are they going to, is John Cena coming out to announce WrestleMania 44?
I didn't even think that. I think it's going to be Club WWE.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Yep. That's how low my expectation is for this company now at this point. That's what I think it's going to be. I've seen some people joke about like he's going to have a match or something like that.
He's come back. I'm on my comeback
he's
tour.
Gatehouse's mystery partner.
Could be.
But then he's unretiring. But I mean, WrestleMania 44 would be interesting because we've only heard one place put in a bid yet, and we're a bit of ways out.
Yeah, we'll see. We got ways to go, but we know how they've been before. Christian, welcome back. Damien, got you. TJ, Paul, member for 29 months. Shout out, 29 more. Let's fucking go. Appreciate you, sir, as always. Guardian, Nightmare Queen's back at it again. Let's go. Let's go. Boston in the house. Boston. How those Bruins doing, buddy? I know you're saying, I don't care if we lose. We want the pick, but Buffalo.
Yeah, now we got to take on your cross countryman a little bit of the Canadian.
It's like an absolute kick in the shins for a Toronto Maple Leaf fan of like Buffalo and Montreal playing each other in the second round. Like, should have been us.
Should have been me.
Right? Like, this is bullshit. Kicked in the shins, and then we went and hired a fantasy fucking manager. So let's go.
Oh.
MDB, Monday Night Knee Pads. Let's go, buddy. How you doing? OG Dale's with us. Michael Campbell. Did Nick go to the movies on the weekend?
Yes. I went and seen the Michael movie and everything like that.
Nice.
And yeah, it was solid and everything. Like I said, it is very much of you expect Michael and then Jackson is you're going to get Michael Jackson will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Years 18 to 22 will be next
yeah, it is. And again, I saw a crazy stat. I think he's the only music artist to chop top of the pops or top of the charts or whatever in like 4 or 5 or 6 different decades. Like, think about it. Everything now with this coming out, everybody's listening to Michael again. So this man's getting more royalties.
Yeah, it's so tough, but it's Michael. The king of pop, but why does TKO make me hate wrestling so much? Paul, we'll come back to that. We're getting there. I mean, again, this is interesting times. There's some things optically that don't feel right, don't look right. So we're getting there. Lacey Evans speaking of not looking right, I can't imagine Lacey Evans coming back to wrestling unless Tony's given her
stay away. TNA, don't you say. I don't. If I have to see Lacey Evans on a Thursday with Anthony, and I know Anthony will somehow be happy about it, but I don't want no part of that.
It'd be very interesting. I don't know. Maybe
Blanchard as a tag team.
I don't want to disparage her, but I mean, she's been out for a long time. I'm assuming she's in around 40, maybe.
Sweetheart, you weren't that great the first time. It's not going to be any better the second time.
There you go. Roll Tide. Welcome back. Happy to be on, but pissed off at the releases. I'm not going to talk much tonight because I have homework. Well, good luck with the homework. Keep us in your ear and Monday Night Raw and Star Wars. Maybe pick a couple. That's a lot of multitasking, my friend.
He's just taking it all in. This man's a wealth of information at this point.
Right. I hate TKO. They should have never bought WWE. Oof. All right. I mean, that's a growing sentiment.
But is it interesting, halfway slight tangent here, is it interesting that they tease so much going into WrestleMania, making TKO the villain?
Yep.
And then I don't know if they've really followed up with that. TKO is definitely the villain, though, still. Yep. So if you want to really pursue that story, you got a way to pursue it.
Yeah, it feels like they abandoned that idea with Pat loses, Pat leaves, and all that bullshit. You really let everyone just gangbang on you for a couple weeks for no reason. You told the whole world you suck. Great. Now some people kind of had that vibe, but you didn't have to tell everybody.
Yeah, but then to do it and then walk away they will just do anything to move the fucking buck at this point.
That's what it feels like. That's the dilemma, right? Is if you feel like the money becomes the priority as fans, you start to alienate that idea. you have trouble buying into somebody that everyone's trying to make a profit, and that's not what we're saying. But it's this idea that is the be all and end all. So you will shit on us as long as you get that cha-ching.
TKO is very much Scrooge McDuck. I need someone to give me that meme right now. TKO is Scrooge McDuck's head, just diving into that pool of money.
Right.
Everything. That's how it seems. We've got Dwayne still taking in bonuses and everything, but can't make, half the meetings or anything. And meanwhile, we got to take pay cuts.
Dwayne.
We got to take pay cuts.
Optically, it sounds bad. I mean, they can't help the fact that they're a publicly traded company, so certain things we're going to get out to people. We're going to go through a few more names, and then we'll dive back into this. Christian, got you. Big Dog, welcome back, sir. How you doing? TKO is ruining professional wrestling. Oof, a lot of heat.
Now, I've seen it go this way of TKO is ruining WWE. It's not exactly ruining professional wrestling because there are plenty of other options. There is an AEW, there is a TNA, there is a GCW.
Yeah, I think for a large contingent of people, WWE is wrestling. Like, that's all they
it's
right?
Like, a lot of people, Coca-Cola is soda type of shit.
Right? It is kind of what it is. So there is that. And again, I do think there's an opportunity, especially with some of the names that are coming available. I think there's an opportunity here for Tony Khan to do some damage and really
we might be doing damage control, but we can talk about that.
Holy fuck. Two steps forward, 7 steps back, like stumbling and bumbling. You got a wide open window and you fucking bumped into the wall.
Just ran into the screen door.
What are we doing? Victor Nash, welcome back. 1,000% agree. Creative, everybody loved A New Day, even if they don't like them. To me, it feels like when you talk about the heart of a locker room, like those feel like the heart of the locker room type guys that when you trade away a guy like that, the team doesn't quite feel right. Like, and that's
The team guys, the glue guys that might not be, first line, second line, might be fourth line, but they are a glue guy. Like the locker room changes when they leave. And think about it, up, down's gone now too. All of the stuff that they brought to everything is all gone now.
Yeah, but I could see like Xavier and Kenny and that maybe they launched something
for sure. That's where everybody's going. That's the instant dream match of my god, put Xavier and Kenny in charge of the next AEW game, you might actually fucking have some.
Well, Kenny was kind of had a big hand in the last one, so
put Xavier.
Hell Woods. But yeah, no, I agree. And the creative can't get off the hook. Like, that's the frustrating part about this. And even I know we're overlooking the fact that JC Mateo, Tonga Loa, those two are gone. Rumor is more are coming. A couple other big names still haven't been floated out.
I haven't seen any big names. I know Berto and Garza have been kind of floating out for a little bit. With Tonga Loa, I mean, the Botch King has fallen.
But we both know he can be good, man. I know he had some
I know. But I'm more upset that we never got GOD versus the Usos or anything. We never got a solid GOD tag team run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, you have an opportunity here. I mean, Jeff Cobb's a guy, they're cheesing Lucha Underground. I mean, does he go back to Lucha Underground? Let's go.
There's allegedly WWE's got a hand in that.
Okay, shit.
No, that's an actual. I've seen that alleged as a story that WWE halfway owns the trademarks or whatever. I haven't seen much of it confirmed, but no. When it comes to Jeff Cobb, and you know this better than anybody. If even I refuse to call him JC Mateo. When I saw this, free at last. Oh Lord, we are free.
I can be Cobb again.
Yeah, I know that man sat there and only had a year, and I know he's in the LA Knight kind of DDP age bracket and everything.
Yeah,
40 plus, but still, that man was a beast. That man was damn near lined up to be a New Japan World Champion and took WWE's money and got hoodwinked and bamboozled.
Yeah, I mean, I can justify. You know what? We brought in, we're really strong up the left side, so we traded a left winger, even though he's good and we like him, and we high-fived and wished each other all the best. Nothing but good terms. He went that way, and we brought in a defense. I can make that justification of the New Day out, some younger talent in. I get it. Fine. But like with Cobb, MCMG, even Aleister Black and Vega, you brought these people in. So you had to be at home thinking, well, I'm in charge now. I'm going to call this person. I'm going to bring you in. You would assume there was some reasoning behind it. So what was the point of bringing Cobb in and never letting him have a run? Like, we know what Cobb can do. You let him loose. You go solo versus Cobb versus Bron Breaker. Like, there are bodies
Bronson Reed, put those two as a tag team. You didn't have to put them with the goddamn Tongans.
True. Facts.
But it very much does. Creative is far from off the hook at this point. Trust me. Every time I love the meme of every time a talent gets released, or even something like the New Day leaves, but Michael P.S.A. still has a job there, but Bruce Pritchard still has a job there. Like, how long do you have to? Go into the sports aspect. How many times do you need to change over your roster before maybe you start looking at the coaching staff?
Yeah, that's a good question.
The reason why you're fucking up.
Yeah, and I did see 316 say like Triple H is in trouble. No, they're good. They just extended Triple H as well. I don't think
that's some fucked up optics of you're gonna sit there.
Yeah, it's crazy optics.
Boss, you just took a new contract and you're asking me to take a pay cut a year later.
I mean,
you just signed a new deal for 10 years. And you're out here asking me
to go on
a 1-year vet deal.
My boss comes to me and offers me a new contract. I gotta take the deal. I can't. Like, we can't really hold him accountable. Like, no, I don't need any money because we're going to release some people. Like, what? I mean, that's crazy talk.
Model now.
But I mean, at the end of the day, there's this, they're already talking about all these record-breaking moments and record-breaking gates and record-breaking this. And okay, so you're going to cut your budget. You're going to spend less on athletes and increase tickets. So now you're just maximizing every fucking dollar you can get in this out of the fans. And we're going to get fed up. And that's where TK could come in. Maybe.
Well, this is where I want to see at TNA. I want to start seeing some other promotions spring up and like really try and take a run at these people and everything. Because if the New Day showed up in TNA and they say take on the Hardys, now you got to work with the Righteous. We got all of this going on.
Okay.
That would be TNA very much taking a swing of, hey, we're going to pay attention over here. Now we're on TV. We're going to make this big time here.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And just real quick, what's up, Tanisha? Ken, Victor Nash, we got you. I saw Boston. I'm assuming Jose's around somewhere because MDB's here and they're attached. 316, Bernard, Brian, Big Dog got you. Let's go. Keep it coming, folks. We got a super chat we're going to get to. And shout out to Paul Carpenter again, 29 months. Let's go. Super chat, and then we'll get back into it because I'm sure this will help.
There, I'll read this one from Spaz for $10. Shout out, my guy. People acting like a mutual parting is another release for Rage Bait. But the reason behind it, I get a bit, but the reason behind it is sus as fuck.
Not really. Hey, we want to renegotiate. We'd like
to
pay
you. You just had them sign a contract last year.
They could have, but that doesn't matter. Things happen. Companies restructure. That, to me, is like, I'm not that mad about that. That shit happens all the time. They're not the only ones that are going to restructure their deal.
Well, we can talk about that. Let me finish this super chat and we'll get back at it. TK accused of attacking former employees online. TK has been under hellfire and brimstone lately with certain La Piccolos and all of that right now.
I got to know more. Now, real quick on the AEW front, I did find a little bit of fucking entertainment out of this whole thing. But AEW apparently was notified that they will not be going back to WB. Meltzer shot it down. We don't know what's true and what's not true, but we've talked a lot of, if AEW loses its TV deal, rumor is they might go to YouTube temporarily, but it would be a real big kick in the shins if they lose their TV.
Oh, I've been waiting to pop the fucking top on this story, my guy. No, because it's super interesting. And Spaz, thank you for the $10 of real quick.
Yes, thank you, Spaz.
Shout out Polo. What up? Miss you too, my guy. What up? But yeah, with this whole AEW. So the long and short of it, real quick, is AEW pretty much at this point all but is aware of the fact. Well, they know that their TV deal ends in 2027. The big story, alleged rumor, halfway going around right now is that AEW pretty much already knew before even Warner was getting sold that, hey, you might want to tighten your up because you might not be here come after this, which is, I think we actually even talked about it. I feel like I kind of might even, because it was the Triller thing or something around that, to where I said it seems like they're like really trying to consolidate some stuff out here.
Yes.
Like this looks like they're trying to move or they're trying to clean up the books because we're about to sell. And then now it's Paramount's buying out Warner Discovery. And pretty much story is Paramount's made it very clear, we don't want to have you. We're not carrying over your deal. So you've got about a year or so to try and look for a new TV deal.
Yeah.
And allegedly YouTube's been the most kicked around because you can't stay on Paramount because they work with the UFC. A lot of these TV deals are already soaked up by WWE.
That's one of the things that's going to be very interesting with this dynamic. I think strategically, WWE circled AEW and kind of left them in the island that they're on.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, a little bit like, we'll just, build around you. And then eventually, when something like this happens, we'll leverage. That's the tricky part of this whole TKO debate now is they are becoming the evil empire. Like they do, like Ari, TKO, Nick Khan, these guys have major flex on everything, buildings, places. So they're like, maybe it is a good time to do an evil villain company storyline and try and maybe get someone better than fucking Pat, but run.
Yeah, but you know who should be doing it is the other company. AEW should be doing that right now. And I know they've been trying, and they're having their own issues of, I think they've backed themselves into their own corner that they might have to worry about. Because I don't know. I've never worked in TV production or anything. I don't know how you are in a better position to get a TV deal after you've been a YouTube show and everything versus you're coming off of a Warner TV deal. It's at least known they will not get a deal anywhere near the value that they currently have with Warner. So that's going to be a thing. Now, if they stay there or not, it's going to be a whole other thing. That's where your Daves and everything really kind of shoot it down of, oh, well, they already know their contract's going to be up. But like you said, the story is going around that they got tipped off of like, hey, you got an eviction notice. So now you got time.
Right. Very interesting. Again, mixed reports out there, nothing legitimately confirmed or denied by anybody of importance, but Meltzer did shoot it down. No. But we know Meltzer plays defense on all of it. So it's hard to say. I mean, again, we all kind of worried or knew that this was a possibility. It would be very interesting to see what it does or doesn't do to the audience. Like, I mean, people will be really watching how many views and clicks the weekly show's getting at this point. You can imagine guys like Jim Cornette and shit just flexing on them. So we'll find out if 600,000 people show up on YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's the HBO Max numbers, Dave. Where are the HBO Max numbers?
Right.
Yeah, that's really interesting times. And I'm honestly kind of scared the wrestling bubble's gonna pop, because if AEW is in this kind of hard up position that it's allegedly in, and TKO's really got a stranglehold on potentially running people away, as we're gonna stick up. I'll finish this point later, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, is TKO going to run enough of your casuals away, and AEW is going to run enough of your hardcores away?
Well, again, that is, and we will talk about it as we get into the show here, folks. We got lots going on. Get in that chat again. Take our link, share it everywhere they're talking about wrestling. Nick and I are going to dial in. You can do the same at home. But what do you want to talk about? We still haven't talked about a few things. I kind of want to talk about a little more about Coach because he's driving me up the wall. Ospreay, we got to talk about Ospreay more. But there's a lot coming on. The desperate John Cena sightings that are starting to become a thing. Then,
yes, we're spot on now.
Ooh, happy Monday.
Yeah, they knew. They're now.
Right.
Maybe the quickest of dap-daps.
Yeah, Oba's on the intro now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jacob is too.
forever.
What the fuck?
I am about to be together.
Together.
There we go.
We
got it on the back end.
I blinked and missed forever.
Don't worry, that happens. That happens.
Right. Raw time, folks. It'll be interesting times in wrestling. I hope this bubble don't burst. I hope, feeling some pressures, it cause people to create some exciting content, exciting wrestling, exciting programming for the fans to get into. But wrestling fans have been around for a long time. They're a different breed, and we're connected to this. So if you're going to keep selling the sizzle, we're going to stop looking for the steak.
Yeah, well, as you say, steak, I got the beefy boys. Well, not right. Grande. I had Oba on my screen.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's got his own luchadores. The three brothers are now Grande OG1 and Grande OJ2.
There's Grandes everywhere. 2 new Grandes.
They keep popping up. They're growing like wildfires out here.
Right. Javon, Penta. I feel like this could have been pre-announced earlier today. That would have been nice. Paige and Rusev taking on Penta and Evans.
Now, is the whole conversation going into, well, we've got to clear out some closet space here for some of these new talent and everything to expand, is that an actual argument, or is that more, cover my ass of you could have kept some of these people along? Yeah.
Right. As we do have a ride rolling up.
Roman Reigns.
Roman comes just walking out, swiping away from
trying to answer hand on the contract.
Walking out, getting out of the car with purpose tonight, not sauntering.
Now, should we soak this in? Because is this going to be the last time and a couple times that we're going to see Roman Reigns, allegedly?
Yeah, anyone out there that thinks Roman's on the cut list, shut the fuck up.
No.
No, not you. Just some people mention, do you think he's the next to go or he's stepping away?
Well, I've heard some people theorize that because of pay cuts. They asked Roman to take a pay cut. You wish.
Oh, Seth and Roman, big pop.
Yo.
You're in my way. Interesting.
Monday at Raw feels like the superior stat show.
Right away, Roman gets out of the car, and the way he got out of the car and just started walking, and there's instantly an energy to the night. And then the big pop for Seth. Seth oversteps Roman. That's interesting. Just leave that door laying open for a little bit. So, yeah, man, I mean, good kind of kickoff and get rolling on this one this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Monday Night Raw has been the superior show. And you can leave doors open Seth Roman, because that's always going to be there.
Yeah, always. They're always tethered for sure. Creed brothers.
Oh,
Bron jumps on Seth. Roman just stood there and let him run by, I guess. Fuck it. He's not
why the hell would you stop that man? How could you stop that man? Does Bron Breakker win at Backlash?
I think so. I think it's more compelling. I
think it's sets up. I don't think this is the only match they have. Braun's just wailing on this man.
Yeah, you could build Seth Braun right into SummerSlam.
I like the shirt though with the back of it of Unbreakable. That was on the front. Ooh. Yeah, Braun's new shirt is actually pretty dope. I'm just looking at it. I couldn't pull it off in the way he did, but yeah.
Right.
Or Breakker gets the yum. God damn it.
Breakker gets the yum. Damn it.
Yums.
There we go.
There you go.
So now all the security know the officials want to show up now.
He's a quick mover. Nobody was prepared for that type of, here he goes. Wasting everybody.
There's the fine.
Oh, and Seth's about to eat the stairs.
Oh,
Seth sells so hard. What a vibe to this one already.
On the banged up shoulder that might be 80, 75, not quite 100%.
Right.
Okay, we're already 5 minutes into the show, and Pierce has already had 2 palpitations out here with Roman. He's trying to hand him the contract, and now with Bron Breakker.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't love the idea that Roman's going away and everyone kind of
I don't think it's real. As Bron gets back in there.
Could that mean Jacob might win at Backlash?
I think that's the whole reason why they did that, to make you believe that it could have been a fucking thing. Holy shit. Oh my God. They might try and work you.
Oh, that shirt is dope.
Yeah.
Seth is broken into by Breaker.
We call those decleaters. I don't know if there's a hockey term for that. But yeah.
Not
one
really.
more time. They're chanting one more time.
It's fucking fans are funny. Nowadays, fans are funny. One more time at the top of their lungs.
Bron Breakker is a star. He is that stud. He's, to keep going with the sports analogies, coach, that he's one of those that he's your blue chip. He's your number one draft pick that you got, that you're just waiting for the vet to let him kind of take that spot.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I mean, and the fans chanting one more time is such a weird dynamic with the fan base. But Seth obviously going to be looking for revenge now. And again, we might not even be just, we're just setting the groundwork for the summer.
Well, the only thing that made Seth a babyface is that he got speared by Bron Breakker, who was also a heel at this point.
Right.
Like, Seth has done no real redeemable act to be a true babyface.
That is fair. As we go to last Monday, Finn causing trouble for Judgment Day. Roxy taking the world by storm, by the way. It's the lady about to...
I mean, she's a prodigy, and she wears it in other places too. Yeah,
she about to level up, my guy.
Well, she's been set to be there. She has been she's again. Now this is this with the releases of pruning a little bit, and now you've got more space to use a Roxanne Perez. You've got more space to use a Bron Breakker. Yes. You've got more space to use an Oba Femi.
150%, and it is a sad part of the business. And I know people want everyone, like, you can't have all the things, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying anybody currently listening, or even yourself, Nick, I don't believe many of us feel this way, but you have to understand, like, to every
for the few who do,
right? But to every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you want to bring in new talent, you want surprise pops, you want, new storylines, and you're sick of the same old Becky Hogans and the long running New Days or the Sheamuses, then you got to bring in the good talent, and the old talent got to move on. So I know everyone's got to be a villain in every angle, but if the company and the athlete high five, thank each other, and wish them all the best, and then now the New Day can go on and do something kind of cool. I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta understand that we can't have it all. Can't keep everybody.
Well, and you can also fully be, as Liv and Roxanne having a moment here, but you can still fully be pissed off at the team of, well, he's a fucking, slot receiver, and you were trying to use him at the X. Why are you trying to do that? If you used the player in the wrong way, or you didn't get him on the field enough to show his talent, you can be fully mad at that, and you can hope that talent gets picked up somewhere else and gets to show what they can do.
Right.
Follow the talent, not the company. Follow the talent, not the company.
Jokes is so a little pep talk. But I don't know. Raquel and Roxanne.
Those two as a tag team are fucking dope.
Dude,
Raquel and Rox.
Rox is about to take off.
Be done with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. She's a spark plug, my guy. So here comes Finn.
Right. You can't keep all the toys. Not of you, Tony Khan.
Right.
Oh, I love that we've still got Finn's old music. It wasn't even just there for the demon or anything like that, or for this one feud. Like, it's just back of, hey, now maybe we could start doing that with some other people.
Yeah. Either give them their old music back or come up with something better than what you have right now.
Fire Death Rebel.
But Finn is coming out.
Why is it we're taking pay cuts, but Death Rebel's still employed?
What happened to the dirt sheet saying that? How many times has it been reported WWE is done with Death Rebel? How many times has that been reported?
Fair.
In the last 2 years, they've been fired 27 times, according to the dirt sheets. They're done. They're done. They've had enough. EO's got new music. It sucks.
And I gotta send you it, or I gotta post it or something like that. But it's, if anyone remembers the old Simpsons clip, it's Homer talking to Marge, but someone did it too. It's somebody talking to Meltzer, or it's Homer talking to Meltzer. You ever get sick of being wrong? Yeah.
We do go to commercial break. The former tag champs are going to face off against each other. Nick, that is a big part of this. Is a lot of people are talking about the New Day. Now, I think the New Day don't have a 90-day.
Well, it depends on the contract and what.
But I feel like they mutually parted and failed to sign a contract.
Well, would it still be a
release? Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious, but
regardless, get out of your contract. Like, you never get out of a contract fucking dusted. You're good. Yeah. They got to still get their pound of flesh a little bit. Well,
for sure.
Speaking of contracts, Anna Jay still putting out there that
she's done soon.
I still done soon. I did my one little "Hey, welcome back" tour versus Willow, and again, I've never been more of a Jack Perry fan.
Right. Fuck you, Sappy. This looks like a job for me. But no, I mean, if I was Tony Khan, dear Tony Khan, if I was Tony Khan, you scoop up the New Day, you scoop up MCMG. You go figure out what the fuck you've been doing with the grizzled young vets. You have FTR. You have a couple other options that I'm not naming at the moment. You have the Bucks, and you bring back AEW, where tag teams fucking actually wrestle. And you have an outstanding tag team division that if you give them 1 to 2 matches a week, you back off of some of these bullshit 20-minute flip-de-doo matches, give us quality tag team wrestling like you promised in the beginning. This is your time. And the New Day, fan favorites, they're loved, big following. This, to me, is a good pickup.
This is your moment. Well, and especially when you have EVPs who are tag team wrestlers. And I get there's going to be somebody that, well, AEW already does have the best tag team division. Well, then freshen up the fucking faces in it, because it's gotten crustier and stalier than some second-day bread out here.
Right.
But I mean, we're still running FTR, the Bucks, and Cope still.
You have Edge and Cope.
But you can very much freshen it up. That's where I want to see this go. I want to see tag team wrestling get a focus again. Of whether it's TNA, whether it's AEW or WWE, very much seems like they could give a shit less about tag team wrestling anymore.
I agree with you.
There's a ghost from you. What?
Yeah, I've received a guest. I agree with you. I hope this is a chance for New Day to get a fresh start, to feel new, because I feel like they had come to that point.
Yes, it is. Well, MJF even sits there and turns around and puts that out instantly.
Right, it's the New Day, right? Like they have a chance now to start over. I feel like once that, like, the heel turn failed, that's a failure on creative. You belittled Biggie, and you didn't have, like,
they feud with nobody. Back around of them apologize. You could have quick turn fixed all of that and really made them babyface again. That's when the coaching staff becomes an issue thing.
A little bit, but we do have Finn JD kicking off. But if I was Tony Khan, you legitimately can show the world, like, when you start talking about our wrestling's different, you know, it's more cost effective, and look at all the fun we're having. But the New Day are somebody that brings something to the table, a little more professionalism. It brings some clout. Like, if you have a good angle, a good story, a good match with the New Day, it gives a little more je ne sais quoi to your resume when you talk about it. I think they have a potential to book something that WWE is not booking.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I fully agree with you that. Amazing. Right there. Again, interesting how they've already used the Rascals, how they've used the Dogs. Again, mismanagement of talent might be a thing across the board. Now, does Tony need to hire somebody to come and actually open the books? John Taffer of pro wrestling, if there was ever such a
You're a failure.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
You're failing, Tony. You're failing.
You're failing.
Yeah, a Hell's Kitchen, Dinner Impossible type of shit.
Tony's right there.
Does Tony need something like that? If you're hard pressed against it, you
Mm-hmm.
might have to look for a new TV deal. You've got creatives all over the place.
Right.
Do you really need to? And you've got all this awesome talent available. Do you really need to start trimming down and doing what's best for this to be successful, or what you want to do?
I think you need to, like, if you want this to be a success, and you did, you came in bragging you were going to be a success. And I saw the clip today. It was going around. I don't know why, but it was like the anniversary of Moxley showing up in AEW. Great moment. But you look at that crowd as Moxley's going through the crowd, and that arena is packed, and the fans are losing their fucking mind, and you feel like you're watching something new and hot and exciting because you were. AEW's got to find a way to get back to that. What they've got right now is
just shake him. He's very much that dog in a meme of just like, I'm fine as everything's on fire around him.
Things aren't all bad in AEW. The weekly show is a mess. There are fans out there. I heard another podcaster today going on about, well, their weekly show is really good. It always delivers. Their weekly shows never. The fuck are you watching?
No one's talking about their weekly shows anymore because they're talking about the chaos that happens either in the matches or how do they fail on booking that person or whatever. Like they had the Golden Goose. They had MJFs. They had all the parts. They had everything there. We did it in our fantasy draft of literally it's not the roster's issue. It's a creative issue because it's literally that roster sat there and won out in the fan poll.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, like, God almighty, if I could just, like, I wish I could just hang out with Tony for an hour and just be like, bro, really? Like, where's the ring? Ospreay, Death Riders. Now's your chance to get guys like Ospreay, Swerve, the best of your best, and make them something at a time where people are looking at TKO like the ruiners of wrestling. Tony Khan, TK, not TKO, can actually slide back into hero position like he was in the beginning.
Tony Khan, I can be your hero, baby. Be the hero. Everyone, your fucking fan base on Twitter claims that you are. Yes. Step up, sit there and actually fucking figure your shit out.
See, when Tony Khan came in, he was Robin Hood, right? Like he was stealing from the rich because even though he's a billionaire, he was a fan. He's just a fan that got lucky. He got a good tree. He's Charlie in the wrestling factory.
Guy. He's one of us,
right? He's Charlie in the fucking wrestling factory. Like, Jesus Christ. He got his golden ticket, and but then when Vince got pushed out, Tony felt like the rich, bratty billionaire, and Triple H was our savior. Now we're kind of getting mad at TKO and Triple H or whoever's running the ship. As a unit, it's not going well. And now Tony can slide back into, you don't want to deal with big, bad corporate people that are just trying to milk every dollar out of you and snap into a Slim Jim table. Come to AEW.
But this is why I get worried, because it seems like everybody's failing. It doesn't, I don't have faith that Tony can pull that off. No, that's why I'm genuinely scared as a wrestling fan and a wrestling content creator and everything like that. I am genuinely fucking scared at this point, because if this is the fucking evil empire, this is Darth Vader showing up. Who's our Luke Skywalker? Tony Khan? I hope the fuck right now that you can pull this off. Call me Han Solo, because I don't believe in the kid.
You got one very specific, spot to hit. Your target is small and hard to hit. But if you hit it, we win.
Exactly. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
As Finn down on the outside, Dom kind of lurking behind him. And JD is just sitting. What's that?
I was just saying I'm in commercials.
So you're in commercials. JD on the turnbuckle, just watching Finn, who just found his second win and instantly gets dropped on. That didn't go so well for anybody.
Now, again, this is the thing, is there's so much wrestling news going on that we still have even barely scratched the surface. And we've still got matches like this going on. Like,
right.
There is a light at the tunnel. There is still some good and very much wrestling, but a lot of this is just doesn't feel like we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, I think when the fan base at large is talking more about the things they don't like, talking more about commercials, I think I saw Ariel Helwani talking to Matt Hardy and using the word soulless when it comes to WrestleMania and they talked about like the backstage segments you used to get, like Bob Uecker being choked by fucking Andre.
Yeah.
That's all gone. Like those remember they used to go to the back and there'd be like a mania party, or there'd be like our troops trying to sell some t-shirts. None of that.
We've done that, but then we just got extra corny with that, and now we've got to have them all up in the ring, all up on the video, which allegedly too, thanks to TKO. If you were already mad about celebrities, but wait, there's more.
Right.
I've heard fucking Stephen A. Smith out there potentially going to get involved in pro wrestling,
and
I say,
and doing what? And doing what? Commentary? That would be awful.
I have no idea, because is when you get in the ESPN. Is it like you said, what Matt Hardy said? Words to said. It feels soulless. It feels corporate. It feels polished. It feels sanitized. It feels not what pro wrestling is.
Yeah, I think this is your chance. Because the one thing you can't take away from AEW, it might be completely lunacy,
the other way,
and the other way is madness. But you never doubt they all have heart. They're like we don't question the heart of the people in AEW. We question the brain of people in AEW.
They're fighting. It's right. Just unfortunately the army's turning on itself a little bit and everything. The commander said, "Do a U-turn." What?
Yeah, here comes Liv, here comes Raquel. Roxy's already out there, by the way.
Well, now this gets interesting. Of Liv kind of. So why are you out here? Why were you just the only one out here?
Right.
Who are you supporting? Who are you down with?
Right. I like this one from MDB. The only ones doing real grabs is Juggalo and JC.
You know what, bro? You got it fully right, bro. I'm hoping that I can get Darby Allin out there to take on Cocaine in my main event.
Right.
Champion versus champion, bro.
Has he started tagging the New Day and Jeff Cobb yet? And fucking Kyrie?
Can you imagine the New Day versus the Brothers of Construction? Which I'm not knocking either talent, but it's just such a fucking what?
Fuck. Sling Blade.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. I long for the day Triple H is standing in the ring, says yes, this is a surprise for everyone, points to the Tron and HBK standing in a Dynamite ring. The name on the contract does say H, but it says HBK.
Let's go.
Oh,
there you go.
No, that
Finish fly. Holy shit.
One.
Finn bounced.
Well, wow. JD's legit. I know we make fun of his giant head, but he can go.
No, it's been an outstanding match. Look,
this was student mentor a little bit. I mean, yeah, he came up short on that Spanish fly.
Almost just a wee bit short. Came down hard. He bounced.
Landed pure on the shoulder. But if you got a full, Skynet takes over, Disney buys everything, with WWE owns AEW, it's all over, bro.
It's done.
You want to just start watching some.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Dom causing Finn to fall. Down goes Finn. JD's still down.
Oh, but just you're out of here.
He didn't do anything.
Now, I don't want to do a complete one-to-one comparable, but it really does go to show you the difference in officiating. If you look at Jessica Carr as an official in pro wrestling versus Aubrey Edwards.
Oh my God, it's night and day.
That's what I'm saying. Of Jessica Carr is what you should is what she's in that. Is she in that Hebner-ish kind of territory of like 1, 2,
deep two.
Like she
Sling Blade.
Like she plays enough of a part, but she doesn't overshoot her shot.
And I think like the people have been talking about, is she going to throw down with Becky? Because there's been that like ruffle, which I like.
Oh, absolutely. Well, could Nigel
Talk about getting her over.
Right.
I mean, you get her over real quick if Becky's starting to keeps having issues with her. Oh, wait a minute.
She's done the evolved shotgun drop kick.
Absolutely. We know she can go a little. And she's thin, like she's leaned up.
But even just
no. Roxanne, Balor's going to win or lose.
No, yeah. Well, that's
91% of the chat were incorrect, folks. As Roxanne helps JD win.
But she's the double agent. She's got I'm in too deep. I had to make sure that it looked like I was helping them.
Right, but there's still... Okay, there we go. So I guess Roxy's still on the dark side.
She got the hammer thrown to her. She's doing the FBI informant. I gotta still make it look right.
I love that he's using the headbutt as the finisher. I love it
when it's a planet size,
right? Just Farquaad.
He just leaned forward. That's what it is.
Yeah, Roxanne's got a vibe.
What?
Just watching Roxanne kind of change in front of our very eyes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, just a delayed.
Yum
yums. Philip, Tony Khan frustrated me every Wednesday night because he has the capability to do a great show on Wednesday.
It's right there, Nick. It's right there. You just got the wrong pieces in the wrong place. How long have we said it? He's got all the fucking ingredients and he doesn't know how to work in a kitchen. He just doesn't know how to put it together. He's so close because there's so much talent there, and his pay-per-views get away with it because the 9 times out of 10, the talent will carry a pay-per-view, but the weekly show they can't. And having Ospreay lost, and by the way, if you're going to do an injury angle, he can't go win the fucking trios title elsewhere. We're paying attention. The fuck we doing?
Especially with your major partner. But
dumb shit.
So what is the biggest AEW issue that holds it back? Is it's new? Is it because of the fan base? Is it the creative of there's like a lot of slings and arrows on what is really the issues with that?
As I have an unhappy Seth with Jackie Redmond, the biggest problem is the backstage of AEW. You can say, I think the easy answer is they're creative, but I think it's the biggest issue, and I've felt this for a long time, Nick, the egos in AEW. I feel like everyone's calling their own shots. Everyone's booking their own matches to the way they like them, and they don't. I think Tony's an awesomely nice guy. I don't know if he's a great boss and leader.
But is it ultimately Tony's ego that's the biggest issue? Because Tony's really nice, but he won't listen to anybody saying anything. You've heard the stories, and I know certain people, it's just this guy, it's that guy on Twitter. But you've heard multiple times where Tony will just ghost people. Tony, just thank you very much and smiles, and then you never hear from him. Kaiser Sose disappears. But that Tony's ego that's the biggest detriment is he's not willing to take into hear criticism. He's not available to non-yes men.
Well, I think part of the issue is I would imagine, and I don't want to speak like I know for sure, an educated guess, Nick, he seems like he doesn't love, if you grow up in a world where you probably didn't know or had to deal with a lot of confrontation, now you're dealing with grown-ass men, which you are a grown-ass man, but you feel like a kid. And when, Moxley pushes back on his cinematic genius, are you going to, is Tony the guy that goes, no, John, this sucks? Or is he going to go, yeah, let's try it. Let's go. Let's do it. It's going to be fun.
Picture Richie Rich arguing with John Moxley. How's that going to go?
So it's a little bit of, I think that's the dilemma. And I truly believe, watching how things are now, guys like Maxwell, guys like Ospreay, certain people get pulled down to protect others. I think the easy thing would like, get, Osprey going. But the same thing, Moxley loses the title after 13 months or whatever it was. They gave him the Continental Classic title right away. It's almost like, John, we're going to take the title off you, but before you get mad, we're going to give you this one. It's shiny. It's nice. Like, that's what it feels like.
Still, is it interesting to, I guess, parlay into a previous conversation of if Tony was made aware, hey, you need to find a new TV deal. Is that a real shot across the bow, a scuff on the chin, a little bit of, hey, saying, you're really not doing the numbers that you think you are.
Yeah,
you are not the draw that you think you are. You've got to go look elsewhere. That's one of those of, like I said, that's the John Taffer showing up. You're a failure, Tony. You're a failure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they legitimately, if I was Tony Khan, I'd want my company, if there was potential for me to have to find a new landing spot or a new place to go, even if it's YouTube, if I'm going to ask the fans to kind of migrate with me, I want my company, my product to be as hot as possible. And I hate to break it to a lot of fans out there, but hot as possible usually means MJF either has the belt or is around the belt. And
that so happens. I'm not saying he's a generational talent. He can say it for me.
He might say it for you.
That's the thing, is to sit there and to move, like they have moved in every wrong way that you thought they would have, of the Osprey thing sideways, the Darby things sideways.
Yeah. Well, I got nervous because now Meltzer's talking about, is it so bad if they do Darby Osprey at All In? Like, they're literally like,
yes, the fuck it is.
Yeah, I'll let you have at that. I'll be right back.
No, 100%. You can take your pause, but yeah, 100%. That's a terrible idea.
Is it so bad, Nick? Osprey?
It is so bad. How bad is it, KJ?
How bad is it?
But it's so bad, KJ's taking a pause. But yeah, no. That's babyface versus babyface. If you're building at that point to where Darby has the belt for that long, how are you expecting people to boo him? You're home cooking your own Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes situation times 10 a little bit, as I'm getting a Roman video package, or the Roman Jacob package. But no, you had it set. You had it all laid out for you. You go MJF versus Osprey, and you can do the injury angle tie-ins. You can do MJF being this bastard devil heel and everything. You can have it carrying off of he beat Kenny Omega. He beat Adam Page out there in a Texas death match to where he can't even challenge for the world title. Instead, they've both lost all of their fucking momentum to that. MJF lost to Kevin Knight for the TNT title. And now, what did we fucking do with him? Former world champion, by the way. But, yeah. And then Osprey's now randomly parlayed with the Death Riders. You could have done so much other with that. And even then, I didn't dislike Mark Davis taking him out. But if that was at the behest of MJF or something like that, you could have been building this story for the longest time. You could have taken the 4 to 6 months, however long it is, till Wembley to build this up to All In. And instead, now we're hoping that we can salvage this and get back together around this with Double or Nothing. Maybe we'll make it work going into this. No. This is why I get scared, because the keys to the fucking kingdom are getting handed to Tony Khan. Of saying the king is down, strike while they are weak. They are like, Gondor calls for aid. Can put the fucking sword through their fucking chest here, Tony. Do something that's going to be an aggressive maneuver. And instead, you just, I don't know about my allergies. What? Tony, figure this shit out. You got, according to even everybody, you've got at minimum, or at maximum, actually, at this point, about a year. Figure this shit out. You've got a year, and you even might have gotten a tip-off to turn this into the hottest wrestling company right now, especially when you have potentially dejected, abandoning ship fans. You have fans that you're sitting there, you can just under the ship and try and catch. Do something. You got the opportunity, kid. Take it. James, what up? I'm sorry. I saw darkness for a minute there. Darkness imprisoning me. James, what up? MDB, I see you. James, what up? As I'm getting a replay of Joe Hendry's concert from last week, which was hilarious to see all the interactions of Logan earlier in the day of Joe kind of teasing it, but hey, buddy, how you doing? And then, can you fire Logan Paul? It's better on AAA, I guess. AAA is very much one of those promo. I know I've had my aluminum hat theories, but is Undertaker's AAA, at least that creative team, going to win Booker of the Year? Because that promotion's on fire. I mean, I saw AEW fans trying to double clutch out there with being mad, but also excited about mini Vikingo, little Vikingos, can 450 crossbody, tope, all that into a can reverse DDT, whatever it was out there. So yeah. As I have the Vision backstage. Lil Nick with a little, yeah, poor little Tink Tink. The Vision is the new MFT. You're not wrong, Boston. You're not wrong. Hey, it could be. What is all right, Logan? That was overly aggressive, overacting. I need you to tone it down. TK needs to hire more young. Well, that's the thing. That's why I ask: is Tony's ego going to be the ultimate downfall of that? He won't ever admit that maybe he needs some help doing it. Of it's always been one of those kind of weird, complex kind of things. Of you get those certain people that like, no, I got this. No, I got it. Oh, you sure? You sure? Well, I think everything's broken now. Now you went from fixing the faucet to now you got to fix the whole plumbing. You sure you got this? That feels like Tony a little bit of just won't actually accept that. Hey, maybe if you start to go in this direction, if you turn the wrench the other way, it might tighten it instead of loosen it. Just saying. Because I got Penta coming out right now. So we're about to get Penta and Javon in a tag team match player taking on Rusev and Ethan Page, which, by the way, anyone checked on Grayson Waller? How's Grayson Waller doing now that the whole New Day's gone? Like, what exactly he got to do? Is he up there just not picking up a phone call from anybody? He's like, I'll move back to Florida. I'll go to NXT. I will be with Jackson Drake. Sam, what up? Bonkers, what up? Yes, folks, I know as I'm just getting Penta coming out as we're going to commercial. But let me know who you got. What you got? Penta and Evans versus Page and Rusev, which actually wouldn't be too bad. Of now, is this going to be a thing? And I can't do the poll, but I'll ask you, let me know your opinions. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings of the state of tag team wrestling. I know we've talked about it overall, but at least in WWE. Do you start to get some new tag teams in the mix of, say, as a Rusev and an Ethan of a tag team of the future? Or is this now we're very much moving away from tag teams if we don't, especially the males of, the MFTs are all but done and dusted. Motor City Machine Gun's gone. New Day gone. White Six, that whole faction gone. Or we just we're done with tag teams. Maybe they should just unify and we're just done with tag teams at this point. All Ego, Ethan Page, and Rusev for the win. Tozawa is here, but Black isn't. Yeah. Make that make sense. Maxine is here, but Vega isn't. Make that make sense. Otis is here, but Sane isn't. Make that yes. I know, Boston. I know. I feel like I'm Jacob Batu. I know. I know. I know. But yeah, this is why I'm really wondering if this is a WWE call or if this is a TKO call. Of this is like, do we have a salary cap in wrestling in WWE out here? Is it we've got to, we can have 15 Maxines, but one Malachi Black, we got to cut him off the roster and even then now we got to rework deals, we got to restructure contracts. There's the rumor allegedly that Roman was asked to restructure his contract. I know the far-fetched thing is that, that's why he's not showing up on the June shows, because he got asked and he's done and he's pissed off. I've heard that. I've heard, well, he's not working Night of Champions, so that's why they pull him off. I think it's still, hey, sell that he might lose the belt, and then we can go around it even. But yeah. But could this be an ongoing thing of now you're asking talent to restructure contracts? Is this very much we've got a salary cap in wrestling for the first time? Is this super sports oriented? What? Ragdoll, I get it. This dude's special. That's cool. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I am special. I'm the most special man ever met. MDB, no, you didn't. Tozawa squashes what? Yeah, well, no, very much I get the whole, like I said, Tozawa's, still there, but Xavier Woods isn't. Is this just based on cap space? Is this based on, honestly, just even if it's not against a hard line, but is it just what I'm paying you to be here versus what I'm paying Woods, what have you? Now, granted, I thought New Day would have been WWE lifers if you could have had them doing anything and everything. For crying out loud, up, down, down on its own was a license to print money. So now this is going to be really interesting. Is it WWE thought they were more on the back nine than they think they are? That's Ethan Page coming out right now. Jose, if Tozawa gets released, who will KJ use when he wants to criticize a main eventer in AEW for wrestling someone beneath that? Good question. Because Dante Chan's gone. Who would be the new low man on the totem pole if Tozawa is gone? Would it be an Otis? Would it be a Berto or a Garza if they're still there? Could it be? Could it be? Can MDB kind of like you always putting Boston over? So, bro, I had to. I didn't know I was interrupting turf war. Just let me know when I need to call 911 out here. Ethan and Ricky are great signings. Yeah, well, and is there any viability and any truth or any sort of connection to certain people saying, hey, WWE, I noticed you grabbed a lot of our talent and are doing kind of the similar shit with them. Thanks. You're welcome. Or is it one of those, hey, I'm sorry you weren't using this player properly. Let me use them right. Which hopefully AEW, TNA, MLW, etc. do with a lot of this talent that WWE kind of let go. I say kind of let go because I was almost going to say kind of fumble, but I don't think they exactly. The only fumble, I feel, like I said, the only to me that actually really stings, and I know I've been out here of carrying cross of I can't do any more of the Malachi Black of blah, 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 blah. But the New Day, that actually kind of stings because like you could have done anything. Like They were good at any point in time. Like they were always going to be the good hand kind of vibe. You got so much just around them that to sit there and have it be over, dollars and cents when you were just taking in, bonuses. It's a very like, nah, that don't sit right. That feels weird. And then we're Kofi Kingston was out there what, early 2010 ish, because I know the New Day started in 2014. But so had this man already out there with a Jamaican accent, and now that whole like people we watched their whole careers are now gone. That's crazy.
But
SOS. I hear them shouting. SOS. Yeah.
What's up? I get it. Listen, man, I understand people's feelings about obviously with the New Day, but I mean, first ballot Hall of Famers, collect, the most decorated tag team in WWE.
Kofi won on his own because I did see the meme going around of Kofi Kingston contributed more to pro wrestling than Hulk Hogan.
He did not, but again, Kofi Mania was something special. So yeah.
Well, I mean, Kofi Mania was very much a thing of that. Like, it does feel however you want, whether you love the New Day, whether you're it feels like the end of an era. Like that's I remember I went through and was going through and looking through stuff and everything, and we were out here doing a live stream, and the thumbnail was the 10-year anniversary of the New Day.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's how impactful they were. So
Penta and Ethan down as we go to commercial break. Just want to grab real quick. Air Zero getting 52% of the vote. Rusev Page only getting 35.
That's a hell of a name, Air Zero. Oh no, but then you have Top Flight. So which is it? Top Flight versus Air Zero.
There you go. Fight for it. Let's go.
What's going to be the new name of Spirit Airlines?
Yeah. I had a question for you.
Go ahead.
How long before we get Darby versus Leo Rush for the world title? Next week on Collision, bro.
That screams in all the wrong ways of Sting versus Ric Flair at the last Nitro. If that's where we're at, what the fuck are we doing? Like honest to God, though, I get Darby even in the main event. All of this would be cool. TNT title, all of that, fantastic. Everything feels fine. I already said of Darby's the heel in this situation. He sat there and cheated to fucking beat MJF. He's taking on lesser fucking challengers. Now Max has got to give something up to get his rematch. What did you have?
What's he going to give up?
One match. What?
What's he going to give up? His career?
He's going to let Hangman Page get back at the world title. No, I don't want that to happen. I've just heard that as the only theory of what he could give up. I think it's the
why
stupid.
Would he do that?
You blow it up. You blew everything up.
Wait, why would time out? Darby says you have to put something on the line that means something to you.
Well, what did Darby have to give up?
Nothing. True. That's the irony of this. And usually usually the heel is in the position of being like playing keep away. Usually the hero has valor and they're brave and you can hashtag that one, boys. But they're brave about the situation. Not this way. We got a sniveling little emo kid and then the guy that should be the champion jumping through loops.
Yeah, but even then I'm still like, I don't dislike the matches. They would be fine as like a TNT title match. You know what? Fuck it. If we're going to do Ospreay versus MJF, and MJF's put Ospreay on the sideline, so he's not going to have a match, but he can come out there and cut a promo. So it won't main event, but it'll be the next to the main event. That's fine. And all of this, I think you're killing more and more of Moxley I know how you feel with the Death Rider situation of Ospreay. That should be your Wembley main event. That's your two biggest stars that you could possibly build to at this point in time. And instead, you want to sit there and break them down to the bare bones and go as far away from building them up towards each other as humanly possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just, I don't know, man. I feel like everything's overcomplicated, but not in a good way. Like, I like when, it is up in the air, in which they've tried to do of like, could be anybody, but everything feels so meh right now. Like, even like Joe came back to a meh situation.
Good
Like,
job. Yeah, Bowens. Why is Bowens in there?
Why? And no one cares about the Hops. Just let him die. Penta's just, really milking it. Javon, Rusev apparently
this is why, like I said, I wonder, would Tony ever let anybody else take a look at the books and have a hand in anything?
I don't know, man. Oh, is Javon still not in the corner? Penta all by himself. Ethan gets the tag. It's so hard to say, Nick,
but that's what I think that's the ultimate ego that's gonna run this shit into the fucking into the fucking seacoast there.
I think so. And I hope not, but that's my big fear. And it's not even all right, Tony. You don't want to like let up control. You want to brag and flex about how you're the only human that's at every minute of every fucking minute of your company and everything they do. You're flexing on it, but maybe it's not the best of flexes. It's not the flex you think it is. Especially, all right, I'm doing all these things kind of mediocre. Great. How about you do one?
No one human being can do all that shit.
As here comes Siobhan.
Yeah, but it's one of those of like, even with this, like, no one human being can do all this shit. It's not even possible on this level. Like Tony, you're like, you actually kind of nailed it. You're doing a lot of things mediocre. Wouldn't you like to do one thing great?
Have an amazing Dynamite and then go from there.
Yo!
As Javon up and over after hitting a huge suplex, by the way. Crowd's going crazy for the OG.
But is it still crazy to think that?
Oh, shit.
Oh, 1, 2.
He might have overshot the crossbody and turned it into a clothesline, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's even one of those of like, it's, even him getting called up now because of everything else going on. You forgot that he's gotten called up, and now you got to make way for Javon out here. There's so much of reloading, even though they're letting out some empty chambers.
Oh. Ethan kicks him in the head. Good match. So, I mean, I thought Finn JD was a good match, plus Angle. This has been a fun match. Big boot.
But also
good
now
energy tonight.
Well, Ethan's got I remember from wrestling you in NXT. I know your moves. I know your ways.
Right.
Well, tornado DDT.
Rusev saves it. Well, the match is unnecessarily good. Shit. Those matches.
Is that, hey, we're the best wrestlers. When you have some good wrestling, does it quiet a lot of noise?
We'll show you some work rate. We'll show you some topes as speak of the double. Here comes JD. Rusev on the table. Javon looking to the turnbuckle. Oh, crowd has been on their feet. Good crowd.
Absolutely.
Well, some lazy people sitting down in the front there.
Well, I'm trying to think of where they are because I know they've been in the great city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, Ian says, nay, super kick. Ooh. That's an interesting. When is the last time you saw someone use the apron skirt as a pull away? Ooh. Suplex. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit. Rusev laughing.
I asked this, and I'm going to say this
Oh.
because of now that we've had uncluttering of the tag division, could you get some new teams that you didn't expect, like say an Ethan and a Rusev, what have you, that become tag teams for a brief moment?
Yeah, I think so. I think there could be a possibility here, and you see them playing off it right now. They get a win. Again, I think you're trying to create the, you want your IC division to be competitive. It feels competitive. Ethan coming aboard gets a win tonight. Rusev feels, somewhat valid and, more so than he has in a while. So yeah, I mean, you kind of make them buddy. Not so bad. Let's go. And you know what? Maybe a little bit of a mouthpiece. Ethan Page working with Rusev. How do you feel out there about Rusev Page? Rusev Page. Good energy is right. Yeah, I would agree, right? Like the first, coming up on the top of the hour. So the first hour of this show, I've really liked the energy of Raw through 60 minutes or 55 minutes, sorry. MVP talked all his shit, but the grass ain't looking greener. But MVP is an interesting one, and I know he's got issues with Triple H, and that's fine. I mean, I think sometimes for me, MVP is talking out of both sides of his mouth of, like just I want to be professional, but leaning. I feel like there's hurt feelings, a little bit of resentment seems apparent. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, we'll see. Now they're MVP's working with Jericho. They haven't quite been what you were hoping they would be. They feel like sharks in a pond. They feel like they should be kind of running some shit, and they're not. Like MVP is a guy that you could run a real. We're here to take over. This is our business. I'm a better businessman. I'm going to be calling the shots here on Dynamite. That kind of vibe from them where they just run over a whole lot of people. Again, I think MVP is an example to me of you don't book them as good. Like Bobby could have been booked better. Shelton could have been booked better up to this point. But if they come in and start dominating, you might hurt someone's feelings. And I don't want to do the job for Bobby. What do you mean? Only, a 6-minute match and he goes over. We don't go 20 minutes strong. That's what I feel like's happening. So, yeah, I mean, you got to do what's best for you. And I think a lot of the wrestlers, New Day, we saw it with Cope, we've seen it with others, they're more than happy to go to AEW and collect that big check, even if the booking's a mess, even at least you're still doing something fun and you're getting paid big money to do it. I have no fault for anybody making that decision. FTR is another one. We all know, and I will say allegedly, but there's a lot of smoke, a lot of fire, a lot of respected people have, pointed out that Tony is willing and has overpaid to get the talent he wants under his roster, whether he does something with them or not. I think New Day could help. I think the New Day could get better matches. You would always hope that they had the sense of like, hey, okay, now, can we get the ref involved? Like, can we use the ref proper? But maybe that's a pipe dream and nobody gives a shit. But I think notoriety wise, they can make an impact. And I think this opens the door. Tony, like your divisions are bad. You put tag teams together that don't stay together or end up in singles matches. Even your women's tag team, goes off and one half wins the TBS title. Like, make your tag team division what it was supposed to be. And there's a lot of options. Like we listed a bunch of them earlier. They legitimately could murder tag team wrestling right now. And be at least that to me is one thing. No matter what the critics say about your stories, blah, blah, blah. Look, our tag team division's unlike any other tag team division. And you could own that. Right now, the women's, the knockouts, you got the WWE, you got NXT, everyone's booking women better than Tony Khan. Everybody's booking women better than Tony Khan. The only one that I think is getting booked really well right now is Thekla, but I think that's Thekla's a fun time. But ultimately, what are they going to do? What are they going to do, folks? How do you feel? So we are on a commercial break. Ethan Page is like a preppy Robert Roode. I think he has a bright future in this company. And ironic because Ethan and Roode have history. So I see what you're saying 100%, and I do. I think he's the type of guy that I don't want to, I don't know. I hope you don't take this as I'm putting him down because I'm not. It's a compliment. But to me, he's a guy like The Miz, where he's multifaceted. You can use him in multiple roles. He's a guy that would get longevity because if he goes out there, he knows how to get booed. He knows how to work. He becomes a very good utility man. And right now, as it stands, he is quality. He's bringing quality programming as far as when he's involved. He's a good heel. He does his job. He can wrestle. So yeah, Ethan Page is a great comparable because I'm all for it. They stole this crowd from AEW, right? Omaha. Thank you. They're good tonight. Omaha came to party. Hut hut. It's crazy to hear that Eminem is like the we don't talk about it enough. Oh, Pierce is in the ring. I guess this is Sol Ruca. So Adam Pierce has a contract. I'm guessing it's Sol. Javon keeps on losing. I think he's okay. It's how he's losing, and he's kind of like losing adjacent. Ethan, I think Javon right now is more about the hype, and I agree. You don't want him to take all the L's, but remember he was on a hot streak for a while, so I'm not too worried about that yet. Not saying you're wrong, but I'm not worried yet. But we're getting a Sol Ruca video package as she will make it official and sign with Adam Pierce here, folks. Thumbs up, thumbs down. How are we on the Sol? The Beach Girl, a personal fave. Sunshine and yum yums for you. TK won't release MVP because he's scared of what he might say. Oh, I'm sure NDA, buddy. The NDA capital of the world. Come on now. Sol Ruca. Club WWE. No, we're good. Yes, the Guns are back. Well, hopefully they can stay healthy. Shout out to them. Big fan of both of those guys. I've talked a lot about what the Guns did during the COVID era. They were strong. They really brought energy. They're talented. Those are two guys I kind of want to see end up in NXT. I don't know what their contracts look like. And again, it's not all about the contract. There are people that are going to stay in AEW or stay in WWE just because they like the place, they like the company, they like their coworkers. I know we're talking about Anna Jay might be up, but if Tony says, you know what, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars to keep you, and she gets to work with her boyfriend or be around her boyfriend, she lacks schedule because how often does Anna Jay really work? Or do you say, no, I'm going to take the risk and go to the other side? So again, not always a slam dunk. The things are going to change. I'm happy to see them, though. Another example, your tag team division. Tony Khan could have the best tag team division in wrestling. And I argue he might, potentially could have the best heavyweight division in wrestling. There's just too many belts. It's too scrambled eggs, too many Don Callis members. But tag team, you can take over tag team wrestling without even being challenged. Future champs. New day of our payday. Could you imagine? You worked in one company for all these years, and most people, when they get laid off, they're like, what am I going to do? But you kind of know that there's this billionaire kid out there that's going to cut you a check. As here comes Becky Lynch. Just stomping out here. Are we setting up Ruca Becky? Looks that way. Becky stomping down here. Wearing baggy ass pants. Becky. How does over on Twitch? By the way, we have a Twitch, folks. Don't forget that. Dom, welcome. How does Grayson Waller have a job, but Kyrie Say don't? Again, I know the 1-to-1 comparable sounds ridiculous, right? And I know what people have mentioned: Tozawa, Otis, Maxine Dupree. There's a lot of factors, and I get it. Maybe they see something with Grayson Waller. They hope that Grayson Waller can maybe go down to NXT or find his way into something else. He's a young guy that's probably not making a ton of money. So that is Kyrie probably got paid a considerable amount more than Grayson, assuming. Becky's doing, the other people are saying it, Sports Illustrated saying it. So Ruka's like, hi, I'm here. So Becky completely ignores the existence of Ruka. But yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, my friend. It's just it's so tricky because multiple, tenure, age, value, cost. So Ruka should have went to SmackDown to beat up Charlotte. Yeah, facts, Joe. I'm with you. Char Ruka versus Sol Ruka, SummerSlam. Loser has to stop dressing like Sol Ruka.
Loser has to dye their hair. Hey, what do you say?
What is up, sir? Sol Ruka officially on the main roster. Becky out here to give her shit. And looks like this shall be interesting. Ruka flexing a little here on the mic. Ruka's got a mic.
So do you think Ruka ends up IC champ? Because AJ Lee's done and dusted. That's old news.
Oh shit. You're a rude, big-headed bitch.
And it's not just me saying it.
Soul looking good here, folks. What do you mean not good? She doing all right now? Paul, am I crazy? She doing okay?
Yeah, are you hearing the same thing we're hearing?
I thought she just got a big pop for calling her a bitch.
Becky out here looking all froofy poofy, like I can't stand the rain.
No, legit question though. Like out there right now, if you're listening, like is she sucking? I thought you were doing okay.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Sol Ruka, bitch.
Yeah, she just signed.
Oh, just hit her. Just say, I'm Sol Ruka.
Yum
yums. There you go. So, Becky punches
Pierce needs a shot.
Pierce catching straight.
I'm so sorry. You hit it. You're out of here. You're suspended.
Sol Ruka's going to hit a snatcher here.
Whoa.
Look.
Yeah, springboard.
I feel like it's right there.
Yep. Oh, she fucked it.
She fixed it. Semi-fixed it. Nerves. It's the first time.
Semi-charm kind of line.
Yeah, she's give her a break, folks. Don't be so critical.
The nerves got to her there.
She nerves, man. She's like, I'm standing here waiting. So Ruka is here, though. She looks good. The fans are going to love her if they don't already.
Oh, and you're instantly putting her with Becky Lynch. This, again, with all of the contracts and the releases, this feels like, well, we signed this person. It's a number 1 draft pick out here. We just signed this talent to be something here. So we're going to put them in a spot that, she was
right.
Still a bit outside.
Right, bro. The turn of the night. Look, Dale out here knows when he sees a younger Molly trading in from Charlotte to Ruka. Go Ruka, let's go. Is Dale rolling up? He's smart, man. Shout out Dale on that one, buddy.
Right.
It's like, I want Sol Ruka, the legit one.
She's super talented. Like, again, she's one of those that they have. WWE has a lot of blue chip prospects now. Could you play the game of like blue chip versus blue chip and who's presented better or anything? Like, could you do like a Carmelo v. Kyle Fletcher?
Yeah.
Would you say those are kind of comparable? But it feels like,
I see where you're going.
Not capitalize on the other.
Right. As they are showing Tonga, Tala Tonga, who's still part of the company, taking out everyone, and Jake from last Friday.
Oh, so
There's
it's going to
Uso in the
be
house.
Tala and Solo as a tag team and Tama solo.
Tama solo and Solo with the tag team.
Yeah.
The Usos are here. Whoa, we can give a crap. Frankie, again, just playing, bro. I just said she got nervous. Give her some love. We can give her trouble we want to. It's not that serious, bro. We're good.
Right. Well, they're about
She had
to
a little
walk.
slip.
What?
She had a little slip. She recovered.
Well, nerves. And again, you
Right.
know, you hate to see it, but we all saw it.
Yeah.
We'll move along. We will survive.
If I wasn't such a big fan, I would completely agree with you, Frankie. But them the breaks.
Well, and even then, it's not like she, you know, was completely. She didn't Tongaloa it. She still salvaged the moment.
Right. We might.
You just saw the stubble on the 40-yard dash.
She did all right. A little, you know, she got this.
You still got the ball. You just didn't run the right route.
Is Jimmy talking to Jacob right now, by the way?
Jay.
Oh, Jay. Son of a bitch. I look right in his face. I'm like, that's Jay. My mouth says Jimmy.
And Jimmy.
I completely have Uso dyslexia.
Who's derangement syndrome out there. But
right,
yeah.
as they go into Roman's locker room. Well, I guess Tampa doesn't need their arena, so the WWE can use it.
Well, yeah, that too. Well, right. I mean, we've hinted about it. We've briefly talked about it and everything, but John Cena was teased initially and then officially announced, I'm going to be there. I got Joe Hendry coming out right now.
That Uso jacket is gas. Let's go.
Now, like to your point earlier, if Sheamus was released but Joe Hendry got called up, do you feel quite so bad?
No, I don't feel bad at all. I understand that, like, the fans are when you see Joe, Ethan, Ruka, Paige, who else popped up? Oba, Javon. Who?
Royce Trick.
Like, dude, there's so many. I'm forgetting some. And then they're like, well, why are you letting people go? Like,
but also at the same time, there were certain ones that you felt like, well, you can just mop the walls, or like you can always have a job here regardless.
That's, again, I would say I'm not taking away from the fact that people are shocked that the New Day went out. I'm not saying, like, when I got the news, I was like, oh, I knew it. No, I was like,
when Anthony put that in the group chat, I thought that was a joke. I sat there and was like, oh, you got this from some bullshit website.
Yeah. Oh, shit. One of them again. AKJ? No. I didn't, like, again, shocked. I was really shocked. I was shocked Kyrie went. I was bummed out. I'm still kind of the most bummed out about Alistair, but I'm starting to worry that the problem is Alistair.
Could be. Well, it's also
I don't know.
a case-by-case basis of, I do think it is a bit of how many people need to come in and go before you start looking at least on the coaching staff. I'm not saying you need to fire your head coach, but maybe your offensive coordinator might be on a hot seat. Maybe your defensive coordinator might be on a hot seat.
As Joe's got a guitar, folks, about to give us a new song.
Commercial.
Oh, you're in commercial? I got Joe Hendry in the ring with a guitar.
Well, you got an exclusive concert with Joe.
Right. And like I said, Nick, to be very clear, I got some major issues with WWE Creative as far as how they're putting things together, bailing on things. This whole, like, 2 years in a row, TK just, the 11th hour decides to meddle, and it just blew up in their face. So stop fucking doing it. If you're trying to maximize your money, make sure the show's good. The easiest way to max out the dollars is actually give us some steak. We'll keep showing up. You can keep feeding us, but we will show up. If you keep selling us on all,
take medium rare, it doesn't have to be U.S. grade type shit. Like, just give me some steak. Give me the beef. Give me the meat.
Give me the beef.
Give me some pause on all of this, but no, give me some goddamn substance to this. Of I'm not gonna follow fucking trends and shit like that if the wrestling's not gonna pay off. I'll sit there and like I did on Saturday, I'll spend my time watching GCW one night only because yeah, it's gonna be some deathmatch shit, but I'll watch some at least wrestling instead of Slim Jim or go to the general and save some time, you know, all of that. It was Botchamania sat there and did their whole logo for their latest video of getting advertisements that WWE uses.
It's crazy.
The commercialism, the sterilism is really hard to ignore at this point.
If you don't continue to connect with the audience, you will lose the audience. Yeah, you'll get people that will pay.
Do they actually care about losing the hardcore fans?
I do believe they have to be. And maybe they think, like, if you come from a sports world, and that's one of the things, I mean, I know we haven't talked much about it, but Jonathan Coachman loves just saying random shit. And he knows a good portion of his audience won't fact check him or you know, just takes his word for it. But he says a lot of shit that's fundamentally not true. And this whole situation, it was bothering me. But regardless of that, like, you see it with, like, the idea that, well, like, sports teams, they never lose fans. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not the same as, whoa. I guarantee you ice some bad seasons, or, you know, you see some very empty baseball fields, your stadiums come, you know, if your team's in the shits. This idea
the Montreal Expos, the Atlanta Thrashers, the Phoenix Coyotes have all entered the chat. Like, what are you talking about? We literally talked about this just on a fucking sideways tangent. That's the thing, is that's how you know these people that say they aren't paying attention are paying attention. When we're talking about, it looks like WWE's packing up to move. Sure as shit. Hey, they're about to move. Well, you know, you got to worry about expansion.
Fire Logan Paul. Sorry, I got distracted.
No, you're good.
Logan's pissed.
Yeah, but no, of sports teams never lost fans. Of how the Seattle Supersonics have entered the chat. What the fuck are you talking about? You used to work for ESPN, my guy. You're supposed to know sports. Why am I, Joe Blow, telling you how you're wrong?
Bro, that man has the biggest case of BBS I've ever seen, and that's bitter bitch syndrome, if anyone wants to know. He is one bitter bitch. And he to me, he goes out to the internet, reads through, what are people mad at? Oh, they're mad at this? I'm going to take that angle so I can be their sympathetic clique, that I say what they're thinking.
But he doesn't actually follow through with anything.
Oh, and again,
that's the thing, is it's literally been pointed out to him before. Like, you bought into a clickbait, like a parody account, and you're running with that as that's information. Like, you didn't do any bit of actual digging into the second layer of what you're actually talking about.
Yeah, and I know you didn't like, and I agree. It's not the greatest of looks. You know, the idea of going back to one of your long-standing teams and saying, yeah, I know we signed a contract a year ago, but we kind of wanted finagle. It just doesn't have a good feeling to it. Like, you almost want to protect the loyalty should matter, right? Like, to a degree.
Right? When you show loyalty to Taker, to Steph, to a lot of this, when you have a Legends deal, now is that going to be the next thing that they start to backtrack on, is Legends deals? Do we really need some good PR for WWE, if you're asking me, and doing some shit like that is never going to be good PR.
The crowd, by the way, is just lit right up. A theory is laying, like, great start to this match. I'll throw up a late poll, pause. But, and again, that's another thing where, like, you know, is it a good look? No. But are they the first time? Is this the first time ever? Oh, you know, it's not, a company wouldn't just make the deal and then renege it. What was it? A $30 million deal that Vince gave to Brett and then said, nah, never mind.
That's the thing. Right? There is a precedent.
Like, it's not literally
the same exact company.
You mean the Carney world of wrestling, a promoter never pulled back a deal before.
Yeah, but
Shut up.
that's as Joe counters the suplex. But that's the thing is you would have thought we could have removed like 90 to 95% of the Carney, and it still feels like we got like a 20 to 25% Carney.
Right, a little less Carney.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little less Carney in my drink.
Carney light, if you will.
Yeah, zero Carney out here is what I was hoping for.
Carney zero.
Yeah.
Oh, Theory follows Joe. Nice. Oh, hell of a fucking pace to this. WWE Raw giving us some matches this eve.
Yeah, well, it's hey, I've heard the notice, but it's also is it a little bit because they're on their smaller market tour, like we're in Omaha, Peyton Manning, Omaha.
Oh, Logan fucks it up. So I guess Joe wins by DQ.
But is this a crowd that's going to pop for everything? Have you built now U.S. crowds that, like, if they do 44 in Nashville, are you going to get a huge show up and a huge crowd because we missed you? You went away.
I think that's the marketing right there. I think you just told WWE how to market WrestleMania.
I wish we could tell them a lot more things, but I digress.
Facts. No, I think you hit the kind of, you almost saw like we're back. You'd make it very red, white, and blue. Like
America, it's like you could have done this with the 250th anniversary of the country. So great, you could have done it. WrestleMania.
The Prophet's in the house, bro.
Oh.
Down goes Paul. This is good. I like this. To me,
do you feel like the tag team division's worth a shit?
It's not worth much, but this has value. And this helps your tag team. I mean, Street Profits, great tag team, and I think Theory and Logan Paul are a good tag team. So I like this. This feels like two strong, current, right now teams, one-on-one.
They're trying to put value as Bron Breakker out here. Ooh.
The X Factor. Yo, Montez may be gone forever.
Yeah, but Bron Breakker throwing Montez forward. Those two athletes together. Ooh. Suplex
going to kill somebody. He's like, is he the modern day Vader? Just laying potatoes on it. Like, they look so violent.
But I don't think they're actually potatoes. I think it's literally
Seth. I like this. This has been good.
Chaos reigns supreme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 9:23. So, I mean, we're in over the hour, and this has been good. A good 90 minutes almost.
It feels like a can't miss. Like, literally, when you were talking about Adam Pearce before in the ring, I was like, I'm about to miss a fucking contract.
You're like, ah, shit.
Yeah, of course. The snake bites again, but no, this has been chaos and caught news throughout.
The crowd is going bananas. This has become a trend lately. Oba, big responses. Jacob, Roman getting big responses. Seth getting huge responses. Like,
Montez?
Oh, Montez.
I love that because it looked like for half a second Montez was going to take out Seth.
Shit.
The distraction. That's
I need a replay. Montez just kissed that guardrail. Hopefully the foam was nice and comfy, but he kissed
but all
that
of that
fucking guardrail.
All of that was smooth. So good. You thought Montez was about to take out Seth. Nope, I jump over you. But it's just enough of a distraction that Bron turns around and hits a spear.
Yeah, Bron gets the last laugh.
That's some bone marrow shit.
See, what I like about this is Bron got Seth. So you're like, oh, Seth's going to get Bron. Nope, Bron got Seth again. Fuck. I gotta, the hero's got to find a way. How do you overcome?
Would you like?
How do I reach these keys? But now is it the thing of, I know I said before early on of, I'm kind of taking Bron still to beat Seth. Is this going against my laws now? Because they're putting Bron heavy-handed into this.
I could see a world where Seth finds a way because then Brock, Bron like goes to like another, like now he's even more fucking angry, and
I'm showing up at Becky's.
yeah. We're back to the Judgment Day.
There is definitely something with Raquel.
Oh, Pamela and Bird Lady. Who's your little sister? What has happened here? Pam and a little sister, which it's always been, but I don't know. It's Lyra feeling youthful this week.
Well, now, Your Honor, Pamela's contract is up in 2027. Now, with the New Day being out and everything, they're starting to get a lot of smoke where there might be fire. Pamela might say, "Hey, Tony Khan, how you doing?"
Oh, shit. And I'll be 100%. Look, I'm a fan of Bailey. I know some people out there aren't. I'm a bigger fan of Bailey. There you go. I actually think very much like the New Day, like Edge. Hey, Pam, you're kind of at the end of your career. We'll keep you. We love you. But we can only give you this much. We're going to focus on some of the other girls. Oh, well, Tony, what will you give me?
Is this the sports level of, hey, are you going to take the vet men? Or are you going to try and see if you're going to test the free agent market and see what you can get? Now, it does get interesting when you just sign the contract.
Yes.
But it's not anything new to WWE, even like you mentioned before with Brett, or with sports in general of, hey, can we restructure your contract and maybe we free up some cap space, all of that. Is there ever going to actually be a salary cap in pro wrestling?
No, I mean, well, I can't say not never, but there is.
Is there a secret closet one with this?
I think so. I think like a lot of businesses, TKO said, looks at WWE and says, we want it, we want your talent cost to be at 28% of, whatever it is, whatever their fucking number is. It feels like their number is 5% because we want to make all the money possible.
What is that TKO meddling in WWE's business?
To a limit, yeah, because they're their father, their big daddy. What can you do?
We have complete creative control of. Did you know they're using AI? All of this, like TKO, has had the worst run of PR of public image, for the last month. I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think what makes me nervous, Nick, if you were a fan out there, folks, during the time of, when Time Warner went through that change, and then all of a sudden, non-wrestling people, more money people, more TV-esque people were now making wrestling decisions, and Eric gets fired, and Russo gets hired, and then Eric gets rehired, and then it was done. They fucked it, right? To me, that's my fear now. It's a meddlesome owner is never good in sports. I'll put it that way. Never works. Ask the Cowboys.
100%. And I even say that as a Yankees fan with Steinbrenner and everything. But no, it does. That's why I genuinely worry, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope this doesn't age. I hope this comment ages like milk instead of fine wine.
Right.
But I'm worried the wrestling bubble is going to burst.
You keep saying that. It makes me nervous.
Well, no, because if you start getting, now you've got TKO, you've got a lot of not wrestling people involved in wrestling. And now even with the AEW, with the Warner Discovery purchase, you're getting a lot more non-wrestling people involved in wrestling. It's going to water down something.
For sure. That's the problem with like the, again, we don't have to dig too far in this, but again, that becomes the problem when you have one or two corporations buying up everybody and the dollar becomes the be all end all. Again, it just ends up watering down, is a good way to put it, Nick, is by no choice. You just, all of a sudden the wrong people are making the decisions. And I hope that's not the case. They Triple H very much says he's the guy in control. What is this?
But doesn't then he take the slings and arrows? They're hyping up Oba's entrance.
Yo, do you see what they're doing now?
Oh, boy. Oh,
milking it.
Yeah. But y'all thought Monopoly was a game. You didn't know that they were just playing it and for real.
Well, yeah, I mean it's like big business, and we've all been there. You really love a show, a channel, a food, and then all of a sudden, like the more people the higher up you get in the buying chain, the worse your shit gets. Like you're like, fuck,
Right.
what?
Oh no, I was about to try and segue into how we'll never sell out here,
Right.
folks. If anything, at least we'll be fully aware. We'll make
You'll
you
know.
aware.
You'll
You'll
know.
know.
You'll know. You'll know. We'll make it very apparent
Yeah.
and admit it. We probably, unlike others, we'll let you know when we're biased, when we're leaning the wrong way.
Facts.
Oh, dude, they
Bro.
got this it's like watching a movie. Like it's literally like watching a scene from a movie.
I saw people try and fucking gang. We do not gang bang on all this. Oh, well, it's an open challenge versus like Darby's open challenge for the world title because open challenges, open challenges. It's like, no. Or they didn't instantly strap a belt to him. They didn't have anything built for him. Oh, no. He's about to just show up, wreck some shocking shit, and just go on about his merry way and keep this ball rolling a little bit till he cooks some more.
They all had a meeting. Hey, guys, we're about to call this Oba guy up, okay? What do you want to do? Just line him up and knock him down. Okay, high five, meeting over. They don't tell me they don't have a plan. It might not be the deepest of plans yet, but all they're doing right now is creating the lore. This is Hugh Morris coming out.
Yeah, fucking Zach. I literally for half a second was like, no. I was like, it's not Hugh. No.
No.
100%. Yeah, this is your Goldberg
Glacier.
You put it bestly. They're building the lore. You are building the mythos of the next big thing because he just smashes through people.
Yeah, like all those big stories we used to tell you about guys like Goldberg who came onto the wrestling scene and took it by storm, and the fans would go crazy and chant his name without even music, and he would breathe. Alpha Academy, Otis. Oh no! This won't be a thing.
No, you can't. No. All right, for everything we were just saying positive, you can't have this be like Otis should have been the thing.
I want that shirt though. His shirt is wicked. 100% pure babe. Let's go.
His career suit. Yes, it is. Like, this is one of those.
Is he going to beat them both back to back tomorrow morning? Tozawa and Otis no longer with WWE.
Well, I mean, keeping a buck is Otis's now. Is he just a skullet with some, topiaries on the top?
He looks like someone put a wig on my Thanksgiving turkey before I cooked it.
Fair enough.
Just running around the kitchen.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
100% pure.
Like Tozawa is one of those. Maxine's one of those. Otis is one of those. Like, you're telling me this is the talent you kept, but you let the New Day go?
Yeah, but Otis pushes Tozawa out of the way. And I mean, I don't even mind it being a little silly. Like, to me, it's Goldberg versus Alex Wright, where Alex is dancing. And
well, I mean, now we're going to get OT. So I'm a
this is a little different.
This is your Hugh Morris.
There we go. Now we got Hugh.
Yeah.
This funny to you?
Is Hugh Morris. What? Is that funny? What? Is that humorous? What? What? Coming soon, the Wrestling for Life Network duck call. It's just me saying what.
The show is boring, says Sherry. I disagree. This is a waste of my time. Nah, have fun. Lighten up. This is good. This is all right. And Oba Otis, again, I like it.
Yeah, he's a little bit of this man's a bit of a horse of, hey, you're explaining why Otis, you still hate him.
Right. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Otis is still a former Money in the Bank case holder. Yo.
Holy shit. Did that ring just move?
Just randomly had the Triple H spit on standby, by the way.
Did the ring move on those fucking...
Shifted.
As they hit the ropes? Dude, this is good shit. I'm sorry, Boston. This got a lot better.
Why does this pain me on the day that we're talking about the New Day passing? We've got big beefy boys slapping meat out here.
Right.
I was even looking at him like, stay down.
Yeah.
Stay down.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Damien. Like back in the day, the WWE had legitimate guys like, the Brooklyn Brawler that would do jobs. So we see your local enhancement talent. It was a joke. WWE gave up on that once upon a time. And now we got, oh my God.
Oh, that's a lot of ham and a lot of hock.
Balls in the face.
Yeah, fall from grace. 1, 2, 3.
Even Oba's legs were shaking on that one, though. Fucking hell.
Holy shit.
Oh, you're a big fella.
You weren't lying.
Right? Oba. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, like, again, I'm watching this kind of similar to, I said it, I hate, and I know it's an easy comparable. It's a layup, to be honest, but Goldberg, and again, everyone's like, oh, Goldberg just everything was great. No, it wasn't. Ask William Regal. But there were some silly stuff like Disco Inferno, Alex Wright. You take on I think he beat fucking Psychosis at one point, where everyone kind of like made the little guys made the joke of what a beast he was. And then they would sprinkle in a tough guy.
Well, and then you even built to when, like, before he went and chased on Hogan and everything, he was taking on Raven for the U.S. title at one point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this man's, it's all of a 3-minute match, but we're breaking it down like it's a 60-minute masterpiece because it's Obafemi.
Right.
Because he is that level. Like, he is a can't miss prospect. We already want people to put him with Roman. But we know that that's too much. That's too fast.
Right. But if you start putting him if every match he has is against somebody equal to him, A, he doesn't feel that special anymore. And B, you got to start entertaining like, all right, well, is he going to find a way to lose? And will that take some of the lore? I like the idea that they're actually building this guy up and eventually someone's going to step up and put him in his place and give him a little more of a battle that he probably still will win, but he'll have to get pushed back a little. Sheamus might be a guy.
But he could be a guy that could be in 2 weeks' time in the open challenge. And is that part of it, with it being an open challenge of, like you said, it's kind of that Goldberg-esque of, yeah, you don't know exactly who he's going to face, but you expect he's going to run through him.
Yeah. And again, it might be somebody that, he'll give him a battle, but this blue chipper doesn't seem ready to give an L yet. Now, I don't know if you saw it when you were on your pause, but they put out a clip of Roman just furious in the back after Seth went through the curtain telling Pierce, like, you owe me. And now Roman was in the back with Pierce pissed off.
Really? I had not seen that, but yeah, of interest. What would be the angle on that? What would be the play?
I think it just leaves that window, that door open for, a lot of people are wondering, like you said, Seth and Roman are always tethered. So even though Roman's kind of dealing with his situation and Seth's dealing with the vision, there's still two top guys that rub each other the wrong way when they cross paths. So, if they happen to get pissed off and they're heading towards next year's Mania, it won't be unbelievable.
Fair enough. And I think WWE has a wealth of riches with that of still what's going on with CM Punk, what's going on with Randy Orton right now. You still have a lot of talent that's top tier that you don't have a full clear direction, but I think a bit of a wealth of riches.
Yeah, that might be the one that, like, where's Randy? Oh, WWE releases what? That would be the one.
That happens.
That would be the one.
That's breaking something. That's when you would see a shift in fan base.
Right.
But is there any aspect or any truth to, I know you've talked about it, we've gone back and forth about it, of WWE's upsetting your casual, your regular fans, what have you? Are there some people that's their wrestling, so I just don't watch wrestling anymore? Or there's those people that'll seek out an AEW, a TNA of this promotion, House of Glory, or Wrestling Revolver, seek out other pro wrestling. because TKO is ruining WWE. It's not ruining wrestling.
I think there's a percentage of fans out there like myself, yourself, many of those who come to this place and hang out where, when if this wasn't around, we would kind of start wondering what else is out there. That's why we have a love for like Lucha or New Japan, or we've embraced the Juggalos, or
we'll be out here. We'll be a GCW exclusive channel.
What is a Juggalo? A Juggalo.
If I know.
Yes. Ethan Page just got a great promo, by the way, during the commercial break for everybody. But I think ultimately, where was I going with that?
About the fan base migrating.
Yeah, I mean, there are some, but I think others that just WWE or nothing. Like, WWE is boring. I'm gonna go do something else.
A bigger detriment. Like if you almost turn those fans away, like that's necrosis of the situation. Of there is no extra vocabulary word of yeah.
Sorry, right now I got Asuka and Io, and this is.
Yeah, this would have been cool if you would have had Kyrie, who was involved in the situation for almost.
It's still cool. Still cool. Why? Because there's not a friend standing like with her hand on her shoulder.
I am not gang. I do not gang. This really feels.
It's true. It's very true, Jose. Accurate.
Again, wrestling at its core is fun. That's why Danhausen's over. That's why you're always going to have something that's some comedy. Why you're always going to why there's always going to be opinion about it, because it's all subjective. It's all about fucking fun.
Right. Yeah, I've actually seen now there's a lot that haven't changed their tune, but a good handful of content creators changed their tune on Danhausen over the last couple of weeks of like, all right. Okay, we get it. This is kind of cute. We get it. All right.
It's one of those you almost can't even explain it. I mean, the man's, I got 400 human monies, and the Miz shows up. He's like, you just walked off with $40,000 of my money.
Right?
Is Asuka somebody you could see being a New Day in the recent sense? Because I love Asuka. I wish they did a fuck ton more with her, but I don't know.
Do you think
no one feels off the table anymore? Sorry,
I agree. No, almost nobody. I think Booker T said it best. If you're not the top 5 and you've been there for more than 10 years, you should be considering what your other options are in case things change. And that's Booker T, who's been through it. Like, he's been through releases and ups and downs of the wrestling world. I will say I do like what they're doing with these two right now. But Booker T said it. If you're not one of the top 5, everyone else below the 5th guy is, could go.
Missed.
I like that
that wasn't a bad segment at all. And it's very much Asuka's kind of a joker. Never start with the head. It always disorients the witness. Right.
Io and Asuka at Backlash. Sammy Trick Williams at Backlash.
Backlash. Now we just needed to do multi-cuts of us saying at Backlash.
Right.
Backlash at Backlash. We like that intro video.
Right. He just cut that promo in 2 minutes flat, KJ. On point. Just pedal down and then right at the perfect time and walked off. It was stellar. That's Ethan Page. Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Jose saying WWE boring. I'm gonna turn it off and go spend time with my family now. Said no one ever. I was like, all right, bye, bud. Oh, that's funny. Said no one ever. Look, we're getting the
Undertaker, Booker of the Year, Meltzer.
Undertaker, Booker of the Year. As the Creed showed up on AAA.
Who just so happened to be Grande's tonight.
A AAA is cooking, bro.
What the?
What the fuck?
Therapy Creed, what is up, my guy?
Original
Pull the
El
mask
Grande.
down. You can see through the eyes. He's doing that.
Right, like
you
shit.
wear like a mask at like Hollywood, like in a Halloween, and it's not fit right, and you're like it comes right by your eyes. Your eyes start watering the whole time.
Yeah, it's not quite sitting properly. You're gonna have trouble
Pull it
seeing
down.
You're gonna have trouble seeing your feet. Keep tripping on shit.
So OG Grande is gonna lose the match versus Mass match.
It's not cool, Key. I don't even know what you're referring to, JV.
Smooth operator.
Right. Are we talking about EO and Asuka? I kind of like the EO Asuka segment.
I think it was interesting. It was. Oh fuck! Now I'm gonna do the IWC. In the mind of a sicko. Yeah, it's cool, but John Moxley did it with Will Ospreay like 2 weeks before. We'll sit down and I love you, but I hate you, but I love you.
Right. As here come the Grandes. How do I even put a poll up? Who wins, the Grandes or the Grandes?
OG.
Yeah.
Americano versus Grande.
OG.
Chad Gable and the Creeds is Americano, and Ludwig and Bate and Dunn is the Grandes.
They'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
We got a smart
We
crowd.
got to figure it out.
Right, let's go. Poll is up. Up next, we're getting a trios match. The Grandes versus the Grandes, all the Grandes everywhere, which is still leading to, dude, it might be one of the most hyped matches I ever remember for AAA. Like, the Grande match has been advertised, like, the WWE is way behind this.
I have an honest to God question. If you were a TV company, say a Paramount, and you've got AW lined up right there, all you got to do is hit refresh on it. And you got them, but you got AAA out there who they work with TKO. You know TKO. You like TKO. You work with them already. Is there a point to where AAA gets a TV deal before AW renews a TV deal?
I mean, they got the Fox deal down south, and I mean, they're doing well on YouTube. I mean, they're getting numbers. It feels like they're doing strong. Again, I mean, I love watching AAA because the crowd's so into it. Like I said, their crowd believes, and they're in. They've bought in. They paid.
We see whole character shifts between the US crowd, the WWE crowd, and the AAA crowd on people.
Well, Ludwig got over because he speaks Spanish. That helped.
Well, and when you have a mamacita at home too, it also helps you get you over too.
Right. Well, he might have found her when he went down there. Actually, he's like, hey,
I mean, Ric Flair's still going to fight him, but yeah,
Ric Flair wants to fight Ludwig. All right.
Well, this is just the state of pro wrestling, of the craziness that it is at this point.
Triple Mania about to be better than WrestleMania. It's not out of the question.
It's really not.
Ole, ole, ole.
Ole, 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 ole.
All right. Honest to God, Nick.
We're taking this shit to the Biblics.
Right.
I don't even know what we're honest to God at this point, but
right. There was a comment I wanted to click on, but this is great. I agree with MDB. I love this shit. Yeah, again, all right. Let's read this one. Why are we wasting time on Raw for this Grande stuff? It's get so much time on AAA, and it's where it's extremely over. A guy like Black could be getting a segment right now. Oh wait, he's cut. Yeah, because these guys draw and he don't. Oops.
Well, is there a bit of, because of these segments, that's made that story get over in AAA?
That's part of it. And I think
I think that's the biggest part of why you would still have that here versus a Malachi Black spot, and again, well, it's even like we said
This
with the
is
New
fun.
Day.
Have
Well, how many
fun.
people were really clamoring for it until they got told you couldn't
Right.
have it anymore? It was my favorite. The minute they take it off the menu, that was my favorite dish.
Right
The
on.
Baskin Robbins got rid of this flavor. That was my favorite flavor.
I can't
You
believe
didn't
the
know how
McRib's
much I
gone.
love that.
Right. So we were getting a little SummerSlam advertisement. Enjoy the wrestling.
Who said that? All right, which one of y'all kicked me?
Right. Ludwig is no longer with Tiffany. That is the story I've heard, but not really paying attention.
Yeah, that is very clearly. Well, is that also a bit of why now Tiffany's your U.S. champion? Is hey, come to SummerSlam. Hey, we're doing Viking colors. Hey, Minnesota.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll let you read this one.
JV said, Nick, I'll do you one better. USA Network is part of Universal, which also has Univision, which is the Spanish network. Why not put AAA on Univision?
There you
Fair
go.
enough. I still think it's crazy to me. And I know doing even what we do, we've kind of dove into it. Go ahead.
Sorry, all the lucha. All the grande.
But all the grandes of we've now dove 10 toes down into all the TV deals. Like I never knew I needed to have a media rights, degree. I had to have commercial licensing, like a law degree and everything to be a wrestling fan at this point, to keep track of everything that's goddamn going on.
Yeah, right. Oh, as we got a little cha-cha-cha.
Agreed in my life.
That might be Brutus Grande.
Yeah, what are their grande names? Crunch Wrap and Supreme?
Right, what? Crunch Wrap and Supreme. Oh, big kick to the stomach. Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, never mind. Too many luchas. Okay. I was crossing luchas. My vitamin state was like
crossing streams. Never cross streams.
There's 12 luchas in the ring, bro. What's going on? There's luchas everywhere, man.
Well, again, though, it goes to say that remember when it was a WrestleMania ago to where everybody thought that WWE just buy, AAA, skin it, hide it, put it on their fucking wall. And it's now arguably one of the best promotions in pro wrestling currently. Yeah, they like that shit more than they do WWE. What are we talking about?
Dude, it was funny because what did we watch? We watched a wrestling show, and right after the wrestling show, I put on AAA as I was going to bed. And I was like, man, I wish I would have covered this live instead of what we did watch.
Fair enough. I was going to say, you said we watched a wrestling show, and then you watched more wrestling. What is today?
It's a fucking crazy life. Yeah. SummerSlam might be. It should be. That's my challenge. It's your first ever SummerSlam 2-night event. Make it better. If it feels like we said, if it feels like that emptiness, that empty commercial money grab of an event, people are going to be really pissed if you do it twice in the same year.
TKO with WWE was kind of seeming like this, new kid on the block, top prospect. They have the first WrestleMania with 40. All right, you got a high batting average. You hit 41. All right, you got like a 500 batting average. Now you get to 42. All right, you got like a 300, 400 batting average. Like, shit's going down. Do we need to start sending you to the minor leagues or anything like that? Do you need some batting cage practice to make fucking contact with this?
Yeah, and I think, kind of talking about all of this with like the events and everything else of, this idea that, wrestling has a very loyal fan base, but all of us as wrestling fans at some point drifted away from wrestling. And those were some really, like, there's some time, especially in the, as we got up into the 2000s and things really cooled off. And then late in the 2010s where Vince was just, I think, losing his fucking mind. I do think that fans kind of drifted away. Now we keep an eye out. We never just quit you forever. But I don't think TKO knows that they will push enough fans like to that point. They still love wrestling, but they're just fuck this. Like you too much.
Well, and I even said, and that's part of why I said the whole New Day release kind of stings a little bit more of I was still one of those fans of I would still keep an eye. I wasn't the devout, faith believer, non-believer kind of vibe. And then Kofi Mania started popping off. And Christ, I ended up marrying my wife because I almost took myself out celebrating Kofi Kingston beating Daniel Bryan for the world title.
Right.
There is going to be those highs of highs, but you can't let too many lows of lows.
Right. Drift away. Let's go. I'm going to drift away and I'll be right back, sir.
Fair enough. As I'm in a commercial break with Cody Rhodes and Cricket Wireless. I'm Black Hole Sound. Damien, I don't see TKO owning WWE for very long if this keeps going. Why? Honestly, why? I've heard that whole thing of, they're going to try and sell it. Why? They are doing everything that TKO wants. They have allegedly complete control. So why would they sell something they have control over to somebody? I don't know right now. If they sold this asset right now, going full TKO, how they would probably look at it. If we sell this asset now, do we gain a profit or do we break even? Do we lose profit? I see no reason for them to can get off it because they're getting what they want. That's the whole reason why we're saying that like why people are having issues with WWE right now is because TKO is weighing heavy and putting down their influence into it. So why move away from that? MDB, I keep tabs, but I start watching other shows. Yeah, well, this is why we cover all the things. Trust me, this is why I'm glad that we are pro wrestling fans, not a WWE fan. Like I said, we had a weekend off, and I was turning around just on my own watching a whole GCW show and everything. There is plenty of wrestling for everybody out there. Are the platforms and is the space going to be available, and is the fan base going to stay with it? If it does go to, like, say, if an AEW does go to a YouTube, is the fan base going to still rock with it? That's going to be interesting to see. With these supposed backlash, pun intended, I guess, towards WWE, does the fan base dip or does it stay the same? We can all bitch about how they do this and how they do this, but until they start to feel actual repercussions about anything, they're not going to change. Plain and simple. Any companies like that. Taco, Small Mark, TKO invested a lot to purchase WWE. Obviously, they're going to do anything to make their investment to turn profit. It's business to merit. Yes, but I also do see a lot of people. Julius with a suplex and then a moonsault from Brutus. Grande Americano breaks it up, but no, they're very much they did spend their money to purchase all of that. They are going to big splash 1, 2 out. They are going to go for return on investment now. You very much can go too far into that avenue. And this is, again, why I wish that there was somebody like Tony Khan's the guy we're putting our faith in to save pro wrestling right now, respectfully. I wish he was. I'm worried we're at a slope, we're at a precipice. I'm going to go one way or the other way. As Grande bridge through suplex onto Tyler Bate. 2 count. Thank you, Roderick. The Creed brothers are, again, they could be out there with their tag team. Loaded headbutt. 1, 2, 3. So goes over here so you know who's going under on the mask versus mask. But yeah, the Creed, I know we've talked about it for years at this point of how pro wrestling tag team has gone the wayside. Could this be any sort of a resurgence? Could we do maybe something with the Creeds, maybe something with somebody out here to actually give a shit about tag teams? Or are we just scrapping this for God knows how long? Oh, Morgan and Morgan. They're going to let you know that the tag team you don't want to face, Morgan and Morgan, hashtag not sponsored. Because advertisements be aplenty. What a match. I think Monday Night Raw has been really good in ring. And I think that there's going to be a lot of people that just because of the 3 letters in front of it, don't want to give it any bit of consideration. And they're missing out. Alan, what up? So we're bringing up John Cena. It's official. I'm heading to WWE Backlash. And he's going to have a major earth-shattering announcement. History-making news that's going to change the perception of the game for creative, for talent, for companies, and for fans. It's going to be a fucking WWE club. And we're all going to be disappointed. And we're going to let you know, folks, that not only do we charge cheaper than WWE Club, we offer more than WWE Club. And we got all the merch. We got all of this. So save your club money. Instead of buying into John Cena and TKOs, is John Cena going to become TKO puppet? Like, what else could it be? Is he going to come back to wrestling? What? We're going to have getting the greatest Royal Rumble ever? What? Who in their right mind would team up with Danhausen? I believe in Joe Hendry. Who do we think is actually going to be Danhausen's mystery tag team partner? Who could it be? Is it going to be an actual big? Could it be an R-Truth? Could it be a One Cena? Could it be just a Mr. Iguana? Hey, what are you saying? Jose will team up with Danhausen. That's his historic announcement. Now, why is AEW having a 1-hour special on Saturday? Just I've been in this whole argument now, and I feel this is also the same time that they're doing, a 3-hour Dynamite paired with Collision and all of that. So it gets really are you oversaturating your own audience a little bit? Like, how much are you beholden to the network? A little bit. Like, why is that a thing? What is there to gain from that? As I have Roman Reigns out here. Now, I know we had briefly touched on it. I'm going into the Trump voice. I know we briefly touched on it. So great, so big, so huge. So many newses. But does anyone think that A, Roman's actually taking a pay cut? Been offered even a pay cut? B, that he's just taking time off during all of June of all what he was advertised just because. I think very much that this is, hey, we're going to sell it like he might lose it. And even then, we're still going to, play fast and loose. It might be not a bad thing. A Roman shows up on a show he's not advertised for. I know if that's the point to where we got to move tickets, so we got to have Roman there. But at the same time, maybe that's your own problem. But I think it's very much more of, hey, Roman might lose. Let's sell it. Let's get playful with it. It's going to get people talking. It's going to get people talking. Because I'm getting Rana, Gianna. Oh, I didn't even know Nate and Ngannou were on the card. I still might have to start twisting some arms. I might have to arm bar out here. You know, we might be out here watching that live. But Bernard, champs don't need to wrestle on TV. Yeah, but also there is a dance. There's a dance of, like I've said, if Darby was like your TNT champion, I'd be more okay with that than he's your world champion. That main event's cool, fine.
That's
Speaking of, I'm your TNT champion to your world champion, KJ White.
I was gonna flip that on you.
I beat you to it.
There you go. The Canadian standoff. We're both being polite.
Yeah, except I'm not Canadian, so fuck you. Yeah,
you've been adopted, I thought, but okay, fine, fuck it.
I'm perfect.
Stay in your country, watch it burn. Okay, all right.
Anyways, as you were saying, sir.
Yeah, again, I mean, when you talk about being a pro wrestling promoter and you want to maximize dollars and you want to sell T-shirts and you want to sell tickets, who do you want representing your brand? Do you want Roman Reigns? Do you want Cody Rhodes? Do you want Mike Santana? Do you want Darby Allin?
But when you had MJF, you had the sacred cow.
Yeah, sounds a whole lot better.
You had it right there. You kissed it, and you Michael Corleone. I knew it was you, Fredo. I knew it was you all along.
But when MJF had the belt, Nick, and I know you're about to pop, when MJF had the belt, if you said MJF's a better champ than blank, you could probably have a friendly debate about who's a better champ. You can't go, Darby's a better champ than blank. Like, you can't.
No, and we've gone through this a couple times now of you had your All In is always AEW's WrestleMania. Love it, hate it, run from it, hide from it. It's inevitable. That's your version of WrestleMania for AEW. And they took their two top stars and just on their own accord, no injury, no nothing, just decided, how do we fuck this all up and just put them away from each other?
You go on your break. I'm going to throw
all right. You rant about this. I got to try and figure out this contract. Who's going through tables?
I literally just had to sprint back because I was shocked that they're doing this at 10:08. But ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow for NXT. Should be a good one as things have been exciting and new. 6 debuts or 6 new faces in some way, shape, or form on Tuesday for NXT last week. If you're watching right now, I got Roman in the ring, Jacob about to come out, and Nick will be back in a moment. MJF is always a better champ than Darby. I mean, again, I think it's a question to be asked. And I'm not saying Darby can't ever win a belt. I think Darby was very cold when he won the belt. And ultimately, I just don't think, I think there's a drop off. I think people like on Wednesday, if the main event is Darby, Kevin Knight, like, I don't know if I'm chomping the bit all night long. I can't wait for this. Can't wait for this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't want Roman wrestling on TV. He should wrestle on pay-per-views like a champ. I believe that is the case, Bernard. Some people don't like it, but that is very much the case. Contracts, yay. I think Raw went fast tonight. I did like a good bunch of what happened tonight. But we'll see what happens here. 4, 2. Jacob. Job 2. Okay. What realm? In what definition of the word job? Maybe you're using the wrong word, my friend. What realm is Jacob Fatu a jobber in any company? Help me understand. Is it because he was like a lower tier Samoan part of the lower branch on the tree. You're right. AEW's been lame. Dude, it blows my mind, Samuel. Like again, everyone tunes in and watches me on Wednesday, kind of start with the same vibe of we're gonna be hopeful, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a good one, looks good on paper. And then the show is so just jumbled up that it just you lose it. But and then I okay, I mean, I'm a sensible guy. I mean, my fair assessment of what I watched tonight was not that entertaining, not that not that intelligent, not that well written, not that well structured. And then I see all these, another amazing show. We killed it again. I don't know, man. I don't get the blind faith. As OTC, speaking of blind faith, gets the crowd to jump up. Supa? Was there a Supa? What's funny is if you marketed Gable and the Creeds versus Kaiser and Dunn and Bate, nobody would care. But now, no, I keep saying that. I know Nick and I have debated it a bit of Dunn and Bate went from not being booked at all, like being afterthoughts. Guys that weren't really sure if maybe they were going to be on a list. But ultimately, they found a way, and then this has been okay for them, and it's over. It works. It's happening. Speaking of overworking and happening.
Well, and find a way, but yeah. Roman Reigns out here of this is I've been holding the door open for all of you for so long.
Therefore, I brought you in. I brought Solo. Solo brought you, so I brought you.
Yeah, but Roman out here, I will be damned if you're gonna take this from me.
Right. He's getting popular, so that's what. Facts, bro. Appreciate you. OTC breaks out.
There's got to be respect. There's got to be a code. If you lose to me, you got to acknowledge the tribal chief.
Frankie had a good comment about Collision as far as why do we watch? Collision kind of felt like the forgotten son of AEW.
Well, why does 60% of Dynamite's audience not watch Collision? And that's not just me saying that. That's Brian Alvarez, one of the diehards out there saying that. Their audience falls off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the cue. I know some big time podcasters out there that don't watch Collision, and I'm like, that's crazy. I mean, we don't always cover it, and we've kind of eased off on covering
it. We just don't do it live because
we were, how do you not know? But again, it creates this argument of and you see it all the time of Dave will go, "Well, it happened on Collision," and Alvarez is like, "So it didn't happen." Why don't you do replays on if something important happened on Collision? Why don't you give us a little video package or a little replay?
But we didn't include the HBO Max numbers. Well, we didn't include the HBO Max numbers for Dynamite either.
That's so good. Yeah, points for Brian on that one.
I actually like Brian Alvarez, and I hate that.
At times. I mean, his takes on NXT seem wild. He just goes off the deep end. I'm like, what show is he watching?
But it comes down to, I feel like there's a lot of people that either don't watch shit or just want to play the victim the whole time.
Right. This is Rikishi versus Haku.
Well, Rikishi out there leaving the independent that he was out that had the Rasha Jackson.
Right. This is good, man.
The company been doing our family for decades. No breaks with it.
Moving forward.
Now, it's not impressive. This is Jacob saying, you've been resting on this perch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that can run with this. I can do this all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
You rested. You feet up, kicked up, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
I am desperate. I'm desperate enough to do anything for my household. I like that. Like, I'm desperate to beat you. I need this. This is for my family.
But this is that
Fuck your
old school
family.
vibe of I'm not facing you even for exactly that. I'm facing you for everything that comes with that. I'm
Right.
facing you for the head spot. I'm facing you for the lead share. I'm facing you for that money, for that contract, for those dollars, for those shit
Right.
on my plate. I put the kids in the school all day on the block.
By myself.
You ever go night?
Education. I'm the one.
I got the proof of concept. I got the respect. When's the last time you heard proof of concept?
Yeah,
used in
right.
pro wrestling?
This is all mine.
This ring in this arena, I'm the tribal chief. I'm the head of the table.
Oh,
Yeah!
Jacob says, I don't give a shit what you got to say. Oh, Roman going for the eyes.
And just throws him in the turnbuckle. Chair!
Eat the chair.
Off his chair.
Look, Jacob right back up, though.
But see, I love the half selling now. Oh, Tongan again. But I love the like, you didn't beat me, but I'm not no selling it.
Yeah. You have to sell, man. Selling's everything. That's why anyone out there that defends a wrestler that doesn't sell as a good, he's one of the best wrestlers, but half the job, 80% of the job may be selling.
Hey.
He keeps going back to that death grip.
Superman. We got it again.
Dude, there's going to be good shit.
Perfect counter right there.
It's going to be good shit. This match actually, I'm looking forward to this match. Look at Roman grabbing Pierce like, save me.
Help me.
Help me. Oh, you're an Augie onto the table. And then
he didn't go through the table. He flipped the table on him. That was so good, though, of him grabbing Pierce. Brother, help me.
Help me. He's crazy. Get this man off my neck.
Yeah, but that's... I love if they would have sat...
Two.
Yo.
You're not wrong, Paul. He's not. That's kind of what this story is all about.
Roman's the heel.
You think, though? Like, that's why they gave Jacob the death grip to kind of make him more heelish, I think.
They were cheering for him because he got one up on Roman.
I'm not saying their plan worked. Listen, we're not going down the Pat road again. Sometimes their shit don't work.
Yeah, but I think they fell into a happy accident of just rock with it, lean with it, rock with it.
Jacob seems like such a badass. You want to cheer for him.
Oh, absolutely. Far too. I'm sitting there waiting for him to bring up if I learned that from hanging out with the Tongans with Nine.
It's a Samoan death grip is what they called it.
Liars.
I agree. They got to stop.
That's really what they call that. I
just
always talk over it. No, it's the Tongan death grip.
The Samoan death grip. I think they should not bastardize names. I really don't. I bother.
Well, you and your Canadian destroyer.
I really hope they keep Jacob off this bloodline shit. He's too good for it. He needs to be his own thing. He's a top guy, not a Roman crony. He's fucking with the top guy, and he's clearly not on the same. I get where you're going, but I mean, you want you want him where he is.
Yeah, but so who wins? So like, if Roman wins, who I assume wins, so then now what do you do with Jacob? He's got to acknowledge your tribal chief. So he's solo, just a more badass solo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with maybe Roman does find the way to win here. I think I'm leaning Roman, if I'm being honest. And, Jacob is, bends the knee and acknowledges the chief. But
that's what Boston's kind of saying.
Yeah, but I mean, the Roman's the hottest shit on this show. Roman just showing up tonight started the show with energy.
Roman's the only one that's literally getting a whole story getting talked about because he was or was not advertised for a show or not.
Yeah, I just don't agree with the idea that like this is the top shit. Like you might not like the Roman shit, but the Roman shit is the top shit. So this bloodline reuniting and all this mixed together is where
But it's
Jacob,
just interesting to see where it lands.
yeah, you're not gonna like. I mean, if you want Jacob to be a top guy, he's got to go through Roman to get there.
Oh yeah, well, we know he's not going to go there now, especially when it seems like we open the door a bit more for Roman Seth. So, do you already know that Roman's going to beat Jacob? Jacob bends the knee, and now is your enforcer, your personality. Jacob's your star when Roman doesn't want to show up.
Yeah, could be. And then Jake, and then do you run it back when Jacob gets fed up again and like, all right, listen, I did what you asked me to do. I was a good soldier. I'm sick of this shit. I don't know,
You
man.
eventually build into that Triple H Batista kind of vibe.
Right? Yeah, maybe potentially. And I mean, for like you said earlier, like it's just a completely different aura around Roman. Like the show feels different when Roman's around, when Roman's got the belt on his shoulder.
Michael Cole even said it. The world feels right when Roman Reigns is a champion.
Right. So I get it. Like you might not want him tied up in the bloodline stuff, but that's the top of the pile. Like for better or for worse, that's the tops.
Now, is it we're playing the greatest hits?
A little bit, but Jacob again, it feels like almost feels like a part 3.
A remastered?
Yeah, or like a sequel, like a part of the trilogy or whatever. Like now, we have the Sammy, we have the OG chapter where
now with more Jar Jar Binks, now with more Jacob Fatu.
Right, it's chapter 5 or chapter 6 or chapter 7. I don't know. Fuck, been a lot of chapters, Nick. But yeah, I think it's just it's the bloodline story, but now we have a new kind of character in the mix. And what does Jacob do? What is Jacob ready for this moment?
I'm very interested. I think just last thing a bit is overall wrestling fans really want to jump the cliff before they even know where they're going to land on a lot of shit of like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. No. If you sit there and just maybe walk to the edge of the cliff, you might get a better understanding.
Yeah, 100%. Folks, we take a rating out of 10 for every single show.
Look that way, and I look that way.
Get in the chat. Just a knee-jerk thing. I'm like, what is happening? We got to call it.
What's up there?
But yeah, get in the chat. Let us know what you thought of the show. We're going to click through and then say goodbye. Get ready for NXT tomorrow night. Should be a fun one. 7 out of 10 from Raw. 10 out of 10 for Ruka. Ruka had a little slip, but we love her, so we're letting it pass.
Well, what does even NXT look like now? Like you said, we had probably 10 plus new introductions. We still got a Will Cruz. And what's next for this man out there? We had Evo show up. Of NXT is very much wide open spaces right now.
It's Cruz.
The blank canvas.
It's Cruz Day night. NXT. Let's go.
Now, is it Cruz or Cruz?
Well,
is it Cruz or Cruz? But no, either way, that needs to be a shirt. We'll be his own merch. Cruz Day night.
Cruz Day night. 7 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Ruka. We got that one. Jacob Fatu is my new favorite wrestler. A lot of people feel the way MDB do. I think a lot of people after what we've seen lately, you're like, all right, I see it. I like this guy. I see it.
Well, honestly, I would question what took you so long a little bit with Jacob, because that's one of those guys that, I think you see that the minute you see this man on film. Like, this is the reason why we were wanting him from MLW and everything. Mm-hmm. I think he's starting to tap into that of we still don't even know what the mystery caller of, I know. Yeah.
Zilla.
That's
interesting.
Those two, but yeah.
Right. 8 out of 10. I love it. 7.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10. The Unchained Samoan Werewolf, 7.5. Tongan Death Grip should be used by Solo Sikoa. If anything, he learned it from MFT.
No, who it should be used by is Tamatonga, because he's the last Haku's kids on the roster.
Right. Again, Tongan Deathlock, Death Grip. I'm about
you put respect on these goddamn moves.
I think I'm like a 7.5, 8, 7.5. I like the pace of the show. I thought the in-ring was good tonight. Maybe nothing like epically big, But I thought like the matches we got were fun. I thought the luchas were fun. I felt like the back maybe little bit dragged, but I think overall, some good stuff. Seth, the
I'm
Vision.
well, I'm kind of with you with a 7.5 of even with everything we have to talk about. And trust me, we've still probably scratched the surface. If we
Right.
really wanted to sit there
Night
for
two
the next
tomorrow.
4 hours, we could do a whole podcast just on
Mhm.
some of the news going on.
Right.
But
8 out of good.
I was just saying of that, the fact that Raw still stuck out through all of that was the rose out of concrete.
Right.
That's a 7.5 at least. Of it was a solid show, and it made us a lot of times really stop and hold up because of what was
Yeah.
going on in the ring.
Yeah, I like what Oba did. I thought Otis over delivered. I thought the Austin Theory match over the Vision versus Air Zero was a bit of a surprise.
No,
I thought it was better than it was going to be. I like Rusev. I like Ethan Page. I like the vibe of him. Sorry, that was who it was, Ethan Page and Rusev.
no.
The Street Profits showed back up. I like their idea that they're going to take on the Vision. Yeah, man. I mean, overall, solid show. Not exceptional, but a solid show. Feel good about Backlash, kind of.
Well, are we viewing it as we're like 2 or 3 games into a new season, or we're like 64 and 57?
New season.
Fair enough. Well, that's honestly, especially with a clearing out a roster adjustment and everything
Yeah.
of all of that, are we going to look at this as we're 3 games into a new season versus we've been running the same shit for a while?
No, I feel like we're in a new season. I mean, Jacob feels new. All the call-ups feel new. What is going to happen? Like Soul debuts tonight.
Becky?
She's going to go out. Yeah, Soul Becky. I mean, Becky puts Soul over. Becky's going to get a great match. Should get a great match out of Soul. Soul becomes champion. People are going to rejoice because they hate Becky. So
Right.
to me, that's cool. A lot. I think even looking forward to tomorrow. I mean, just on the, we got Iggy's going to be on the show. What's going to happen with all the new people that showed up? I'm pumped. I can't wait for your Cruise Day night. This is going to be good.
Bro, you have no like as much as I've said with the Haterade, I need a summer collection, and I will personally buy them of a Haterade shirt with the ingredients on the back that are including IWC tears and Cruise Day night.
Cruise Day night.
Absolutely.
Hilarious.
We're going to be hanking tanking out there with this guy. We're going to get this man over like Rover. I know I sat there and even was showing a clip of us reacting to this man's debut to the missus and chuckling at it. But now that you've seen what this guy can do, like he's Caucasian Keith Lee out there, and I'm really excited to see it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. 7.5 from Ronan. I agree with that for sure. I don't see any of the heel. We don't always need. I agree with you. This is one of those ones they're just going to be them. Sometimes the crowd's going to cheer Roman. Sometimes they're going to cheer Jacob. Depends on what they say or what they do. I think it's very similar to that. And these are two guys. No
character acts out of line with. It's the same. Like it's the Punk Roman thing of nobody acts out of line of what they would normally do.
Yeah, like I said, I just felt like they went from him doing like a cool moonsault. They were like, don't do the moonsault, do the neck grab, right? It makes it more intense. So I was a little like, oh, are they trying to make him feel a little more heelish? But ultimately, the crowd's going to cheer.
Like in a mafioso kind of movie and everything like that. Like imagine you're another grown man and he just snatches you up by your fucking neck and everything like that. You can't get away. Like that is a little bit of
Roman's face.
Yeah, it's one of those your Audi goes into an innie real fast a little bit.
Yeah.
You just get snatched up like that.
Right, just goozled. Yeah, you saw Roman grab Pierce with his eyes wide open. Of like, he said, help me,
help me.
Strip him, save us from the bloodline lore. Misfits, we can't do that. We got big fights coming up. It was Summer of Roman, I heard it's going to be. And then it's not unlike the WWE. Let's just say they put Roman on the advertisement like, hey, we're coming to your cities. And they kind of knew he probably wouldn't, and card subject to change. So he's getting June off because he's going to have a busy July, August. I would be shocked if Roman's not involved in the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. So June's a bit of a deep breath. He doesn't want to go to Italy anyway. And then
Well, that would have been Saudi Night of Champions.
What?
It would have been Saudi Night of Champions that he doesn't want to go to. Italy's May.
Yeah, the last day of May. So I don't. Maybe he's not involved in that Night of Champions. I mean, so are they going to get away from doing like champ versus champ?
I don't know.
Jacob versus Cody.
The Roman summer doesn't start till July, right? The end of June, start of July. So not making cases for him, but I still think it's just one of those. It's an overblown of, hey, it's a slow news day. Roman was supposed to be here. He's not on the poster anymore. It's like, are we really?
Well, do you remember when they advertised War Games and the original poster didn't have the cage on it, and people lost their mind of like, they're not doing War Games. No, it's their initial just early bird post. Fucking hell, relax. 7 from Paul. I like it. 7 and Corinthians 7-6 out of 10.
You talk about your Psalms. You talk about your 6 7s. Well, Big Nick 6.
I give Raw a 9. Raw was all black cats and voodoo dolls. By what I mean is the chaos all over the place. Oba Femi stands. Oh my goodness. It was tossing us around like a sack of potatoes. I added that part. 7.5. 8 out of 10. 8.5. Ooh, definitely a 9. 8. Do you Usos F up the cost Roman? That is a possibility, unlikely, but who knows? I mean, would you go like heel Jacob with heel Usos as a heel faction?
If we're going by the laws of wrestling, Jacob's gone over in pretty much all of these segments. So that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Right.
So I think Roman still wins here. Of Roman, maybe he cheats if the Usos help him. I don't think they turn on him or anything like that because they're now first family instead of the bloodline of I'm working with you, not you don't work underneath me.
Maybe
I don't see much of an issue of anything here outside of this is a fucking dream match that I wish I got a little bit of a better tread. It's to me, it's like Seth Bron of
just the beginning.
Like, I wish this got a bit better tread to get into here.
Yeah, fair enough. And I don't necessarily have a strong argument against that, other than I'm hoping that this is the beginning of something longer.
Yeah, well, I think of Seth Braun's going to be longer. I think very much Roman Jacob might quick turnaround, and maybe you get Jacob that he slots in. Does he slot into the new first family?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I kind of want to. Again, it's very up in the air because it's hard to imagine.
It's just the new bloodline. Is it just the bloodline story part 4 of George Lucas? Triple H is running out of ideas.
Yeah, very much so.
How many times can Luke Skywalker face on Darth Vader?
Right. Yeah, I mean it's very much the continuation. But Nyers in with 7.5, a 3-hour cruise. There you go, 3-hour cruises. Right. Cruise day night, 7.5 out of 10. Cruise crew, let's go, Jose, feeling it. Anything can happen tomorrow.
Cruise crew, let's go.
A week changes things. 8 out of 10.
No, listen. You had to sit there and even yourself go and do a Google search, and you sat there and came back and reported, and then we all found out about, the legend of Cruz.
Right. I'm gonna go watch the Hogan documentary, cry myself to sleep. I mean, again, I have a soft spot when they're talking about families and such, and enjoy, Paul. I mean, again, tragic,
emotional.
I can't believe I ever thought the Bird Lady was hot. That was a 3 straight. It happened. Just a little poultry fever for you, buddy.
Clucking bell.
Time for the Weird Al Star Wars. Let's go. All right. I don't even know what that is. Rock Austin was very rarely face versus heel. For sure. 8 out of 10. Nick 67 says, I just whooped your ass. There you go. All right. On that wonderful note, actually,
On that biblical note,
right? Yeah. KJ's vitamins are wearing off. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Good night.
You don't got that poultry fever?
Right, no poultry fever. Gonna go pluck a chicken. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come back. Right, come back tomorrow. We got lots coming your way. Like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for joining us tonight. That's it. Go check all the socials as well. Be a friend. Comment on these videos. Click the hearts just for fun. That's all we got.
Shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you put up that for life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks, today. Bye.